Built upon innovation. You and Atlas, building the promise of tomorrow. Target を捕捉。位置を確認して。行くわよ。
Gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. Going up against, they're now all tied up. 1-1. Xitium is going to get taken down by Jez. You can now see Jez pushing up towards the B flag. Rocket at 35 round. We have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Xitium. Sure enough, with the push from the backside, finds Jez. Vou cavar cima, trava esquerda, trava esquerda.
Tem um, só tem A. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que botar essa pode ver agora, calma, segura. Nossa!
Hey, we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Blizzard. You're the the only hope here. Dark Wizard. Oh my God. We've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment finds another one. Just an absolute demon. With a quick list in with the side of Nova. Dave, you're going to win it.
People see. There is one A now.
Marvel misses one, but doesn't miss twice.
Out. Oh my. Chris, he's all one. More. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical sniper area right now. You're sniper. With an 80 with close. Lucky. Get headshot. Costco. Flip the smoke. Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
Extend was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make this.
Yo, this girl's dirty. Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artem, Misa coming through. What's that? Is that a kilo? Whoa! Whoa! Artemisa, the Damascus kilo. Ooh, Chels. Finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa. Yo, this girl kind of nuts with the kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been. Down herself on that Sparrow shot. But the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, brick stuff! Well, it was looking good for a minute there, Verdict, at the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in. I think you're right on the money. The arrow can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone.
Welcome back, my name is Diana and I am your host, as you know, today for Mobile Mayhem Day 9. I'm here with my favorite two casters, Verdict and Day, and they are about to have a casting today. Damn, that was not good, but it's alright, I'm sorry.
Look, it's Thursday, we're past someday. It's alright. I'm gonna erase all this, we're gonna restart it back over, so.
Yes,
There we go.
We'll edit it out of the VOD, don't worry.
Not again, I feel so bad, but you guys know my name is Diana and we are here with Verdict and Day, and we are in Mobile Mayhem Day 9, right? Oh, I'm terrible today, I'm sorry, but you know what is not terrible? The games from today. So, Verdict, can you go over the schedule, please?
Yeah, schedule's looking pretty spicy. We're gonna start off a little bit of a do-si-do here with paniQ and Vendetta. Xitium and AxiByte, this is stage 4 preview, and then the moment we've all been waiting for, series number 3. This is where we're going to peak at for this summer season. That's right, it's Nova Esports and Animus. They're going to be set to square off at a best of 3, and that one is going to be absolutely electrifying. We're going to end the night with a little bit of light and Prometheus, and we're going to have a series that's going to be held off stream that is going to be Cold and I can't remember who. Apophis. That's right.
Apophis.
We had Apophis. I'll pop a cap in you, Dane. And nonetheless, solid series, solid lineup. I think this is going to be the best day for the summer of 2022.
I can't wait for that.
Today might be the first day that we can't just blatantly say we believe in Nova.
Ooh, spicy take.
Damn.
They're going up against Animus, and Animus is the reigning champions. Animus took down Nova last season, so this is the one time where Nova, they may still have the edge in consistency, but it comes down to who is going to be the better team today. And I think that's a matchup that if Animus brings their A game, could go either way. So I'm excited to not just be on the Nova bandwagon today. I think that's a big dub for Europe. And, well, it'll either be a big dub for Nova or for Animus today. Don't really care about any of the other matches, but...
Oh my god. Well, I do believe people want to really see that third game. I want to see that third game. I can't wait for it because I do like Animus and I do like Nova too. So I'm very curious how their matchup gonna be. Also, guys, if you're watching in the chat, don't forget to check Verdict's treasure boxes because, as you may know or may not know, Mobile Mayhem is now sponsored by Mobile Gaming Corp. So you can use a comment in the chat for 10% off from your order, and you can actually win in treasure boxes 1 pair of finger sleeves. And because we were talking about teams and the schedule, Day, can you tell us about the standings from last week?
Today I sure can, and you know why? Because I have a phenomenal co-caster who came through 15 minutes before the broadcast. He wanted to make sure that I didn't have to tell you no again, and he went ahead and posted those for us. In first place, we've got Nova Esports coming through at 135 points. In second, we've got Animus with 120, and with third place being down at 80, it's looking like Animus and Nova are pretty much going to be guaranteed the number 1 and number 2 spot, which will allow them to have a bye in the quarterfinals, assuming everything goes well for them for the next 3 days of competition if you include today. AxiByte in third place with 80, Light in fourth with 75, Cold in fifth with 65, Xitium in 6th with 60, paniQ in 7th with 40. Atlanta is no longer with us, but that is still on the standings, I think. So that's actually going to be, I think, Prometheus in 8th with 10. And then Apophis and Vendetta with 0 is what I believe the bottom of the lineup is.
Yes, I do see the teams already in the lobby, players already. So I'm going to go over the maps real fast. We do have a paniQ versus Vendetta, so we're gonna have the first game. It's gonna be a hardpoint on standoff, followed by an SND on raid. And if we're gonna get the third game, it's gonna be a control on Summit. We do have a Purifier and Sparrow Band, and also Hacienda and Slums.
Alrighty, well, best of 3 looking pretty solid. We're gonna have Deanna joining us back after this first series. Day, how you been, my guy? It's us, it's you and I. You know, I don't think you can name a better casting duo in EU. I don't think you can name any duos in EU that work better than you and I. We're not even across the pond, bro. We are right here in our home states. But it is certainly felt like EU has adopted us. I think everyone has pretty much enjoyed you and I and our pointless conversations that we bring to the table. But it's entertaining. Not as entertaining as this first game is going to be, as we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. It is going to be that standoff on hardpoint. So predictions-wise, I know you say you don't care about any other series but the Nova Animus, and you have every right not to care, to be fair. But let's be open-minded here. I mean, this one could go either way, right?
Yeah, this one definitely could go either way. We'll have to see. And of course, I was kidding earlier. I do care about the other matches. There's plenty of fantastic talent in the mix here for today. But obviously, the big one is going to be Nova versus Animus. So you got to be on the lookout for that. But starting off, we've got paniQ versus Vendetta, and paniQ had a pretty solid start last Tuesday, rather, or this
past Tuesday. Yeah. Well, I think the player to watch here is definitely going to be Vengeance. He had a pop-off game in the hardpoint in the first series that we saw them on Tuesday, and right now, he's slow start, but nonetheless, team is picking up plenty of objective time. The contest is going to be in. Aimbot, last player alive on the hill. And that is going to be the wipe of Vendetta. They are going to be outside of the perimeter. They're looking for the flip, but, I mean, you're trying to make that happen through the backside of Grady, so it ain't happening. Right there, Vengeance is going to be taken down, and now it's all about the objective time, and it's paniQ all over the hill. No need to worry, no fear in the world. 20 seconds left. It is Vendetta, though, coming through with a big break, but it is going to be short-lived. And right now, it's a toss-up on P1 as we normally see, but a majority of that toss-up and the rotations for P2, nonetheless, going to come through, and it's going to be in favor of paniQ.
All right, well, as we continue to roll forward here, paniQ definitely looking pretty solid. They're not going up against the, one of the toughest that Europe has to offer, right? Vendetta is one of the teams that were recently brought in when a couple of the other teams dropped out. So as a team that didn't make it into Mobile Mayhem, you have to expect they are going to struggle a little bit here. Granted, paniQ is a team that also came in after the fact. You look at the names, and pretty much everybody on this lineup is someone that we have seen compete in Mobile Mayhem Europe before. So they know what's on the line here. They know this level of talent, and we expect them to bring that extra experience that they have, that extra skill level that they have, and we fully expect it to be capitalized on there. So we'll be on the lookout. Vengeance had a big day on Tuesday, but right now it's Bison. He's sitting up on 10-2. He's got 6 on his combo right now. He's on a blur nuke streak.
Ooh.
And we'll have to see if I have caster cursed at him or not.
Oh, we'll have to see now. Here comes the score streaks. It is the Predator. Lob coming through with the 2-piece. And something that I just got to point out, because it took me a second. I looked at it like 3 times. I had to make sure the bands were right. It is a Purifier and Sparrow. And I'm looking at, okay, I'm looking at paniQ. They got 4 out of the 5. The 5th is going to be that Vortex. And you want to talk about consistency. You want to talk about diversity as well. That's a great mix. And then I look over and I see Vendetta. And they've got, like, from seasons past Mobile Mayhem rule set where 1 unique operator is pretty much the play. I don't know if they got the memo, but those days are long behind us. Right now, Bison is streaked up full to the brim, and he's looking for more. It is going to be the drone, the Goliath, and the cluster strike that are coming out to play as soon as he feels right. But right now, it's Love. He's got the Annihilator looking to clear the path here to hold this point now as they get the break with 30 seconds left. And with P3 still in the minds of Vendetta, I'm sure you're down, but I think a rotation over the P4 would be much more needed.
Yeah, definitely. And I gotta say, I do love the fact that we have some diversity on Vendetta as far as the operators go. But you're right, we don't have that in the mix anymore, and it's a little bit rough to see them with some stuff that's really not only not meta, but I would go as far as to say some of it's just not good. So yeah, we're gonna roll with that and just see what we get, and that is, you know what, that's completely a-okay.
Yeah.
So for this matchup, I expect paniQ to come through with a win. If I had to guess, probably a 2-0 victory, but we have seen a little bit of a comeback from Vendetta, so you got to give them credit. You know, they are a reasonable team. They're by no means the worst team we've ever seen in Mobile Mayhem, so they definitely have opportunities where they could come through and capitalize here. And well, I think if I remember correctly, Greek actually had a phenomenal performance on Tuesday. He put up some crazy good numbers, even at a pretty substantial disadvantage.
Yeah, well, right now he's literally the only player on the team with double digits, and you've got multiples on the flip side of things. As a matter of fact, you got Bison, who's right in the middle of the map that he has not been dealt with as of yet. Greek finally going to deal the damage, and nonetheless, it's P1 bound. We are 137-53. Things are looking pretty grim for Vendetta. And I mean, we anticipated this. paniQ came through with a lot of energy and momentum, riding off that 2-game win on Tuesday. Right now, they're sitting in a pretty prime spot too. As a matter of fact, I think they have as much of a chance for an upset and make it into a top 6 seed and force one of those stage 4 qualifying teams out of the mix. And that could be some devastation. I think we talked about Xitium being that team that could be on the chopping block, looking at their schedule for the rest of the season. Yeah, I mean, it could very well so happen. Right now, business is being handled, and paniQ, they are in a bit of a power position, 150-71. And Day, I'm all for doing listen-ins, but I don't think we're gonna get one for Vendetta. We're gonna go ahead and see how the comms sound for paniQ now, as they've got the rotations over to P2. Let's see if they can maximize and capitalize on some of this some of this map control.
Get it.
Okay, I heard gas. Let them spawn on farm. Let them farm.
Broken, guys. Bottom granny.
One, zig. Nice. Good job.
Matching Zig.
I'm pushing farm. Two farm.
Let's spawn on farm.
Zig.
One dead zig. Two dead zig.
Nice.
Let's go.
Pushing top. Dead.
Nice, guys.
Don't worry.
Don't push farm.
Granny. Dead granny.
One farm.
Okay.
I'm Kokesh granny. Let's spawn on
Dot on gas.
Dead farm.
I still got gas.
Let's go.
One on gas. One gas out.
Go, guys.
Dead.
Yes.
Go.
One farm, low.
Let's
One
push blue, guys. We need spawn. Go
Okay,
on your-
okay.
I can
Yeah,
go
wait,
next
wait.
one.
Two days.
One dead factory.
Nice.
Nice.
You can go next, Ezra, if you want.
All right, love the comms, love the call-outs, love the rotations. Right now, they're going to ditch old, head for new. This is where they can close it out. They need 50 points right now. And paniQ, I got to say, looking pretty damn solid.
Yeah, you're definitely right, and they looked pretty good on Tuesday. This is a team that I think has a lot of talent that kind of reminds me of trucking gamers in North America, right? This is a group of guys that we haven't necessarily seen be on a strong team, or the teams that they've on haven't necessarily excelled in the seasons that we've seen them. But I think individually they have a lot of skill, and maybe this is that kind of misfit lineup that they needed to bring together that'll have more success than the sum of its parts. So I'm on board with it. Vengeance, I mean, he is flying right now. He's 36 and 13 on the board.
Oh,
so
man.
definitely having a solid game, as well as Bison sitting on a 32 and 12. So they're having a great performance here today. And, well, looking like they're going to close this out and maybe put Vengeance in the 100-point club here. And, maybe a little bit of added extra salt to the wound is that we have paniQ Vengeance versus Vengeance, so...
Oh, it's Vendetta. It's Vendetta.
Oh, it
Wait,
is Vendetta, you're right.
It is Vendetta.
Look,
Well,
they're
I
new.
mean,
You're Vendetta, you're right.
you could pretty much rename him Vengeance because he's practically owned him in this entire hardpoint. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
Vendetta
I
have
thought I was
not.
making
Yeah.
a clever statement there, and I totally dropped the ball.
You tried to pull a verdict there. It's quite all right. I mean, might as well. Look at right now as the scoreboard is. I mean, we talked about a slow start for Vengeance, but boy, has he turned it up right there. He's gonna get caught with a nade out. Nonetheless, the squad, they're going to be able to get the bench. 3 seconds is all that is needed. Nobody in sight, and that is going to be game number 1. Coming down to a 250 to 113. Let's be real, that one started off a little close, but once you saw those progressions, those spawns, heavily coveted for the side of paniQ, those rotations were on point, the holds were there, the gunnies were hot. This was a tough one for Vendetta to overcome, and just couldn't quite get the ball rolling. I saw... Greeks try to get something going. He even had Ryu and Siege who were right there along with the squad, but it's a little too late when you've got Vengeance who's 39 and Bison with 35. This was just a outslayed affair, and the hills were just practically impossible to break.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and Vengeance came through with 39 kills. That's only one shy of the top 2 frag of Greek and Ryu combined. They combined for 40. Then right below Vengeance, you had Bison, like I mentioned. He was popping off like crazy with 35. Yeah, well, that's almost the rest of the team, the other 3 players on the team combined too. So the extra 24 kills from iLub, 21 from Zorky, and 14 from Aether. Just was salt rubbed into the wound. And, not only did we have some people slaying out, Aether may have only had 14 kills on board, may have went 2 negative, but Homie put up 248 on the hill. Definitely a big factor that helped the team win. You had your Slayers out there doing their work, but you had Zorky and Aether who were putting in that OBJ time. Almost 5 minutes between the 2 of them. So
yeah,
really,
hashtag
really
time in, right?
Yeah. That's in the Tatman time in.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Time was certainly put in. I don't know if it was by Tim or not, but Vengeance and Bison, yeah. Vengeance and Bison, they certainly put in some kills to kind of clear the path for those players to get that objective time. So overall, it's a great collective effort. Now we're going to be heading over to Search and Destroy. It is going to be, again, as we mentioned earlier, that raid. S&D, Hollywood Hills, California, here we come. I wish we were heading there right now, Dave, because guess what? CDL Champs Weekend is live. And I just got the notification. I'm like, gosh, thank God NYSL don't play till later, so I don't think I'm going to be missing out on too much. The Paris series, well, not the Paris series. Paris did make the playoffs. Who am I? The London series in Seattle one is definitely going to be one I'm going to be missing out on, but I have to go back and rewatch it.
You were frying the other day for having a
Paris.
Paris.
Oh, it was Cathilia. 100% Cathilia. The French phenom.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And we got
He deserved it.
French
He deserved it.
Phenom and the French M&M, right? Boot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Boot's always gonna be in French M&M.
Yo, Rollbot, if you're here, can you find that clip of Verdict imitating Boot from a couple seasons ago? Pin it in chat.
Yeah. That was gold, bro. That was gold.
It was. Oh man. Good
Well, here we
times.
go.
Good times
Oh,
here.
phenomenal times. Vengeance, first blooded, aimbot, actually getting some shots in. Maybe he's doing a thing. I know we were mentioning you were doing a thing earlier. I was like, maybe we should jump onto some Warzone later then if you're doing that. But aimbot, certainly that .exe coming through. First bloods, absolutely on point. Vengeance, we talked about him this past Tuesday too. I mean, he's usually hard carry in the hard point and then turns around and just completely sells the bag in the search. Aether gonna get dropped. The team shots come through. Ryu and team Vendetta looking to make this B breach, and oh man, Siege actually gonna bite off a little more than he can chew. It's from the window of top laundry. And now the recollection is gonna be a mid-side push. I don't know, dude. This is I guess this rotation is much needed. Maybe they'll be able to get the backstab here on Bison, who's found himself right in the middle of the map, but he's kind of aware of what's going on.
Well, he's got a nasty heady to work with, but two gunnies coming at him is going to be a little bit too much. Greek picks up the assist, and Ryu going to pick up kill number 2 for himself. It's now a 3 versus 2. Favor is in the side of Vengeance Vendetta. And you know what? They've got an opportunity to maybe push us to a game 3 here if they have a strong search and destroy performance. Obviously, Greek was our player to watch for this team. And now Zorky looking for a kill here. He does pick up aimbot. That's going to neutralize things to a 2-2. And you can see Ilub, sniper in hand. He's looking to try to pick somebody off here. Not fully on the right angle, but a smart position to try to check along the left side there behind the cubby. Now Greek going to find 1. Greek going to find 2. And Vendetta come through at the first round victory here in the search and destroy.
Yeah, Vendetta might have been owned by Vengeance in that hard point, but right now they're getting their Vengeance best served in that first round. Greek going to be capping it off with 2 for himself. They line him up. He knocks him down. The Peacekeeper, absolutely OP since the update. Even prior to, it's been a go-to AR for that close to mid-range action. Right now, we're buckling up. We're strapped up. We're heading right back in it. It is the poolside push. All 5 players have made it across successfully. 1 kind of laying back in the cut on the poolside. Vengeance! Don't you be first blooded yet again. This time, you don't have an excuse. You overextend, you pay the price right now. Toll has been collected. Bomb is going to be planted, and that is going to put 40 seconds on the clock for this 5v5 retake.
Yeah, and it's definitely good to get that early plant. Even if you didn't get a pick, you're now forcing your opponents to play against time. And Vengeance was looking for Nor there, but couldn't quite find him. And instead, it's going to be Greek sliding the corner, finding 1. Siege also found 1. It's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Vendetta, but Nor finally gets dropped. Siege here for the refrag onto Bison. Greek takes down Ilub, and that leaves just Zorky last alive in a 1 versus 2. 10 seconds on the clock. Hard heady to win against, and Greek gonna come through frying 2 rounds in a row. Come through for Vendetta. They're looking fairly solid right now. Greek's at a 5-0, dude. I mean, it's hard to look at the rest of the team who's got 2 1-0 kills and say, man, they're not carrying their weight. Dude, we're only 2 rounds in, and Greek is just soaking all of it up.
Oh yeah, he is. V is for V is for Vendetta. That's right. Or V is for Verdict. I don't know. V might be for aimbot. My God. Another first blood. This time it's Spies in the second frag that we couldn't help but mention in the hardpoint multiple times. Of course, we had Vengeance who picked up 39, but Bison going 35 and 14 right now. Both of them killless. They both sitting on fat goose eggs, and you've got a squad full of killers over here in Vendetta who, I mean, it may have taken them a little longer in the hardpoint to get things rolling, but they are starting off strong here in the search. Raid is an absolute beauty if you make it, and the attack strats here for the boys over at Vendetta have been pretty rock solid. Right now, they're playing for the picks, playing for the info. Player number 4 is going to be the one you want to watch right here. Siege trying to get that info right through the garage site. Or not the garage site, but the driveway site. And sure enough, they round this corner. Aether's right here in mid, and you've got 1 in Love who's just holding the fort down. Aether's going to come through for the collapse. He's going to be able to get Greek. Yes. Now he's looking for Ryu. The heady is nasty, but the collapse for Love as he's repositioned. And it's a 3v3. We got 2 for 2's drop, but Love Continuing to add some insult there. The shot's coming through. The head, he's not going to save you, but it is aimbot who gets him. We've got a 1v2 day. It's Noir. Looking fresh. But again, Vendetta falling to crumbles right here. The info not going to come through. And guess what? A rocket does. SMRS style. Little ASMR right there. I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of look crispy.
All right, well, a round finally comes through for the side of paniQ. Vengeance hit a pretty nasty snipe through mid to take down iLub, so definitely pretty huge. Or not iLub, sorry. I think it was Nor that took down iLub last round, and he got the refrag, and that definitely put them at that advantage, that 2-for-1 there at the end. They had the information that the remaining player was behind the van, and as you mentioned, the SMRS being allowed here in the Champs rule set. Obviously, in seasons past, Mobile Mayhem, we had all launchers removed. Now it's just the Thumper as per Champs rules. So I think that's smart, though. They're allowing the Goliath, so that's an extra tool that you can bring to the table. Maybe you keep a backup class that has rockets just in case. And for Search and Destroy, when you have so many environmentals that are destroyable, that players are often hanging out behind, it's such a great tool. So a little strong, yes, sure, but you know what? That's fine. The competitive spirit here is alive. Vengeance with a nice little hop on the corner there. Finds one. Finds Xitium. Well, did you catch that, bro?
No, I caught it from Zor. Oh boy,
man.
I hate I missed it. I was trying to catch it from the angle of the bomb planter.
Bro,
there
those
was
were some of the
Zorky.
freest, crispy snipes I've seen in a while.
Damn, I hate I missed it. That's tough. Vengeance. I wish I could say I got you later, but I probably won't. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been a hell of a
Bro,
week.
that was back to back to back, all off of head glitches.
Well,
I
good
mean,
for
it was-
you. Good
it
for
was
you,
disgusting,
Vengeance.
dude.
Nasty or not, I didn't catch it from the angle that I was supposed to. I was spectating Zorky, who was kind of being a creep right on the bomb planter, trying to get that free kill. 2 rounds in a row, we see the B push flop, fall, wrong side up. It is certainly Vendetta losing out on those 2 rounds, and we're tied right back up. Now the A side, old bread and butter. It is going to be aimbot getting dropped first. Aether back on his grind. That's number 4. Bomb's going to be planted. You've got one in the backside, Noir. Might be able to add a little bit of value here with the backstab if the timing's right. It is going to be Bison. Oh, no. He is going to be able to finish that one off. He gets the 2-piece and does the deed, and that might be it right here. It's a good old-fashioned 2v2 as Lub and Aether looking to come through the front side. They get a free one right there, but Noir up top. He's the last problem to deal with. Where's the bomb at? Is it... Oh, man, look at the position. It's planning for pull bar steps. That is so tough. Executed perfectly. paniQ. They take control of this search and destroy, as well as the lead in 3 rounds solid. They have been on the hunt.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Verdict, and this has been a big comeback for the side of paniQ, and after, again, the performance they had on Tuesday, this is kind of what I expected, at least a little bit for this matchup. I was kind of surprised. I'll even go as far as to say pleasantly surprised that Vendetta started this Search and Destroy off so well, and hopefully they find a couple rounds to bounce back as well, because this has been a great Search and Destroy to watch. We do get a couple trades to come through, but it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Vendetta. They could be looking to tie things up. You've got Ryu came through, picked up a sniper. Whoa! Nice prediction there. Catches Vengeance at just the right time, and I gotta say, this Mac 10 with the rank skin on, I don't know if I love the blue and the gold there. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a Michigan fan, and I don't know if I love the blue and the gold there.
I think it looks nice. I think it's a pleasant little delight. I mean, I just don't like my bananas to be blue. Nonetheless, bomb's going to be planted. We got a 2v2. It's the last round on the attack here for the boys over Vendetta. Noir, he's going to be taking some shots, but he's going to get some team help there. It is going to be Bison getting the trade, though. Bison looking to hop the bomb defuse. Waiting to bait out the opponent. It's aimbot. He's holding firm. Through the smoke, he's going to go ahead and make the push. Bait taken. Bison, he wins those. Plenty of time to do it. That was such a weird angle for aimbot to push. I don't know why he came out of pull bar. Why?
I agree. I
yeah.
fully agree with you there. We had a big advantage that round for the side of Vendetta. I called it out early that they got the better of the trades, including taking down Vengeance a little bit early in that round. and things just fell apart for them. That wasn't the only weird angle that got pushed. I feel like they actually cost themselves quite a bit. Bison, Aether, and Zorky, all three get hit by that grenade and nobody dies. Pain and suffering, dude. Oh my goodness. Aether able to pick up one onto aimbot there, does open the gate, but Zeej able to get a refrag onto Zorky. Now Greek looking to push up. He's been the star of this lineup.
That's so tough. I mean, you get one right there, Zeej. You got a little greedy and tried to continue on, and you were half health. I saw you had great positioning, but, I mean, I'll have to get that bomb heady, but star or not, lineup is set. It's 2v2 style day, 1:10 on the clock. Bison and Aether, they're looking to make this rotation through. Aether's literally in the spawn site. Noir plays a little peek, a little slide, a little Nero slide action coming through. And there it goes. The twos aren't played. You don't get the trade, and it's a 1v2. And Bison, he's all by himself.
All right, well, Bison, can you clutch this round up for the team is the big question. You had a solid hard point, put up a nice 35 kills. A little bit slower here in the Search and Destroy. Sitting on a 4-4, so a little bit neutral. And you're going up against Nor and Ryu, who've been two of the top frags for the Surge of the side of Vendetta. You've got Ryu on 7. You've got Nor on 6. So if you're a betting man, you got to be betting on this 2v1 by a long shot. The bomb plant's going to come through. That's at least temporarily going to reveal Bison's position. And now he has to be worried about making this rotation and then playing the defense because he's on the far side of bomb here. And now his position is largely revealed. Ryo pops the quarter. Nor comes in. Ain't no way you lose that gunfight in the 2v1. No shot, right? There ain't no way.
Yeah.
There ain't no way Bison touches this.
It was a great play. It's just you couldn't hit the shots. Ryu does great by, giving the illusion that, hey, I'm going to push it, and then there's the second. And nonetheless, Bison, he's got the read. He's got the plays. He's got the corner. He's got the advantage. He had 10 seconds left. Only needed 5 of those to kind of stick around, and nonetheless, the Gunnies are absolutely on fire. 5 rounds in a row. paniQ, regrouping, regaining. They're on the attack. They have not dropped around since those first 2 devastating ones. And I'm going to be honest with you. After seeing that 1v2, there is not a shot Vendetta make a comeback.
You don't think so?
I don't know, bro. That's a lot of momentum to be dropped right there.
It is 5 in a round. It is 5 rounds in a row for the side of paniQ. And we've got Zorky pulling out the buy 15 at this point. 7 kills on board. Bomb plants coming through. The 2-for-1 trade in favor of paniQ. Siege is able to come through with a refrag, though. Is this a slug? I think this is a slug by 15.
Come on, Zorky? He's top dog, baby. I have my mic muted. Oh, it is a slug. There it goes.
It is a slug, yep.
Sniper 1v1 snipe off. It's the slugs from the BY or it's the DLQ. I'm just saying, like 8 seconds left. Don't re-peek it, Zorky. He does. He pays the price. He gets the kill. We're on match point. 6 rounds solid. Locked and loaded. paniQ. No fear, no worries. The slide peeks, the retakes, the angles, the 1v2s, the clutches, they have all been in their favor. And I gotta say, Vendetta, you are in shambles. You started super hot in this first. Vengeance? What the hell is that, bro?
What the heck?
Come on, bro. What happened?
I don't know. It shows he's got a grenade in his hand, so he didn't. I don't think he SMRS'd himself, but I don't know. Maybe he went to throw a grenade back and it was just cooked well. I don't know. I think that would have given the kill over to the enemy, though. So maybe he just threw it and didn't see it bounce back and caught the tail end of it. But this is a big 3-for-1 trade for Vendetta. But at this point, I think it's just a little too late for the comeback to happen. You can't give your opponents a single round. And you've got to pull together 4 in a row just to get to overtime. Ryu, what the heck are you doing? That's the angle you challenge with a Mac 10? Bro, no shot. Team,
get some shots on him. Yeah, you get some shots on him, bro. That's all you got to do, right? You just put a little bit of fear and Mac in him.
43
you know
bullets, he hit 1 across the map. Just saying.
I don't know what that accuracy spread's like, but 1 for 43. That's better than what I did yesterday, dude. Let me tell you, I was god
1.8%
awful.
or something like that.
Oh my god. Right now, Noir gonna open up with the first.
Right now, dude.
No, it's not. Not. I mean, at any cost. I mean, I think maybe Summit we might see something like that come through, but on Raid, not a chance, bro. There's not very many angles you can hold with a Mag-10 on this map. You know, if you're talking about it in reality, you're maybe looking at kitchen side, but right now, 2 dropping real quick here for the boys over at paniQ, and Aimbot is taken out for less. It's Noir going to be able to pick up the sniper here, looking for the shots through. It's Love the Chow. He gets absolutely destroyed. Siege on the flank. Zork all on his own. He's got the slugs. Does he have what it takes to clutch the 1v4 though? I think we've seen crazier, but I mean the 1v2 was pretty immaculate earlier. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't know. We'll see. Bomb's going to be collected. Intel's going to be as well. Greek going to get the first shot through, and of course Zorky not able to hit his.
Yeah, that's
we're
not
able to see another round.
Win with a
Yeah,
slug by 15
no.
over that
I mean, if you miss,
no
yeah. I mean, if
But-
you hit it, yeah, he's dead. I mean,
So
you
I
take him
get
off
the
the heady,
feeling-
yeah.
I get the feeling that you probably agree with me on this, but this does at least a little bit feel like paniQ maybe got a little bit ahead of themselves. They had a big advantage, and they underestimated their opponents, and they're starting to pay on the receiving end of that. So to see if the side of Vendetta can bring it all the way back, or if this is going to end up getting closed out in favor of the side of paniQ. We've got a 2-for-1 trade in favor of paniQ right now. It's Aether, who has been having a pretty hot game. He's 9 kills in, but they get Greek and Ryu, who have 10 and 8 respectively. Ilub takes down Aimbot, who is sitting on a 4. My phone is ringing. We're going to turn that off. And, well, Ziege last alive in a 1v3, finds 1, but he's got 25 seconds now to make a rotation, to find 2 kills and a defuse. And this one verdict might be over.
Yeah, it is. Look, shot's going to come through. Vengeance got the God Heady. That is going to be it for our first series of the night. Day. Hell of a way to start it off in a search and destroy, but as this game started to come through, bro, it wasn't even close. paniQ putting on a bit of a clinic here in search. They get a little too big for the britches and start maybe underestimate their opponents, and they paid a price and extended it 2 more rounds than necessary. Nonetheless, they close it out 7-4 fashion, 20 points awarded to them, and if I'm doing my math correctly, that actually ties them up with Xitium. That is a very awkward position for Xitium to be in, considering they have the toughest schedule moving forward for the remainder of this summer 2022 season. Now, we'll keep a close eye on that, but more about the stats. 12 on board for Zorky, 9 for Aether, and Vengeance apiece. They started really cold. I think they both had goose eggs to start the first 2-3 rounds off. And they picked it up big time. 7 for Bison, 5 for Lub. On the flip side of things, you got a triple 10 for Noir, Ziege, and Greek. Ryu picks up 8, and it kind of falls off from there. 4 for Aimbot. Day. Chat said you have a L ringtone. I don't think that's the case. We're old. We don't need anything. If it gets our attention, that's, job's done, right?
You want me to know let you guys in on the secret? If you get the default ringtone, you're not getting an answer out of me. Everybody that I know has a ringtone that is a song. So I know as soon as someone calls me if it's a spam call or not.
I got those blocked.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't work on all of them.
It doesn't, but if I don't recognize the number, I just block it.
Yeah, well, whatever number just called me was a 907 number, which is not here. So.
Could have been me.
It wasn't. I have your number saved.
Oh, well, he's got my number saved. We're heading back to the host desk. Deanna. Pretty spicy first series, but now we're getting to the meat and potatoes, the bread and butter. We're getting into the meat of the sandwich. That's an L take. I know everyone likes the bread, but I'm a meat and cheese kind of guy, and toppings that come along with it. So, yeah.
This is the best.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good first game. Okay, we did had a nice hard point. We had a beginning a little bit close game, but then we had paniQ coming through and just frying I did spectating Vengeance and Bison. They were absolutely amazing in the hardpoint. They did such a good job. They had a lot of kills, and also they managed to help the team a lot to win. And then coming through the S&D on the raid, we shall not talk about it, okay, because I played all day today raid. I just don't want to remind about it. But the S&D, I was actually... No, it's not. I was actually... Bro, it's not.
No, you're right. You're right. Express is the best.
There you go.
Okay, perfect. I could agree with that. But coming to the S&D, I was actually pleasantly surprised because I thought it's gonna be a 7-0 and paniQ gonna win very fast. But Vendetta actually did good. They did good. Okay, it was not close, but it was a little bit of good game. I did enjoy watching it, I guess. But yeah, paniQ come and did a comeback after the first 2 rounds took, and then they did a comeback, and it was actually very nice watching it. But we are ready up to take a break because we're gonna have the next matchup of tonight. It's gonna be Xitium versus AxiByte, so we're gonna hear a word from our sponsor, and we're gonna be right back.
Welcome to New Vision City, a city built upon innovation. You and Atlas, building the promise of tomorrow. Target を捕捉。位置を確認して。行くわよ。
Welcome back, guys. We did had a short break and we did have time to talk a little bit about the other game, but we are here for the second game of tonight and gonna be Xitium versus AxiByte. Verdict, do you have any prediction about this game?
That's a loaded question. I think Xitium needs to have a standout performance today. I think this kind of dictates where they will go for the remainder of the season. If they're going to have that playoff spot right now, it's up in limbo. Obviously, they're stage 4 team, so if I had to guess, they're going to put their best foot forward. We're going to see an A1 performance from Xitium, and anything less than that is going to be completely unacceptable. So I'm going to have to roll with Xitium on the fact that they want that playoff spot, and we'll see how hungry they are.
How about you, Day? Dude.
If I'm going to be blatantly honest, I feel like AxiByte are just a flat-out stronger team. I hate to have to say it that way, but I think that's the reality. When you bring, a team with specifically, and this is not to rule out the rest of the team, right? Because we've seen all of these players have their great days. When you bring the consistency that Lydia and Denicio typically bring to a team, I feel like that alone is enough to really bring a team up over where Xitium are. Xitium are pretty decent in their hard points, but their search and destroy has not been good. It's been better, but I mean, we're very marginal at that point, right? So I think it's going to be very difficult for Xitium. I'm not like 100% saying, oh, AxiByte are going to win this, AxiByte are going to 2-0 them. I think there's a chance that Xitium can win. I think it's a very small chance.
I don't need to agree with you. I did like AxiByte last week and I did like their performance, so I'm leaning towards AxiByte too, okay? But I'm curious to see how Xitium gonna play and what's gonna be the score. Talking about the score, I can say the maps very fast because the teams are already in the lobby and they are already ready. And not very fast because I want people to understand, So we do have the first game, Hardpoint on firing range, followed by an S&D on standoff, and we're gonna have, if we're gonna have a third game, it's gonna be a control on raid. Ooh. We have Purifier and Annihilator band, and also Slums and Hacienda.
All right, well, we're heading down to the firing range. I hope the gunnies are hot here for the boys over at Xitium. This might be your last chance to strike. Get on board to kind of set yourself apart and put yourself above where you realistically should have already gone. But right now, it is this hard point that's going to make or break them off the rip, because we know how well the search and destroy has gone, or not well so, for Xitium. We'll see how it pans out now as P1 out in the open right here, all right, on the sandbag side of the map. Obviously, you got to do a good job of multitasking. Keep the point, as well as keep the opponent out of the spawns, and right now, it is Lydia who is on a bit of a tear, looking to get that spawn control already off the bat, and she might have actually already gotten the flip date.
I'll tell you what, it's very weird to watch the buy 15 work as an R9 because my iPad doesn't have the skins downloaded yet. It has all the maps downloaded, but not the guns, so I'm sitting here watching Milk, and you've got this buy 15 that's just doof, and it hurts my brain. So, hopefully my iPad will catch up on those downloads soon here. I'm mostly watching on the computer, but I also have to be paying attention to make sure we grab those search and destroy screenshots, since we can't get them at the end of the game. So right now we've got a slight lead for the side of Xitium. And again, Hardpoint has been pretty decent for them, but when we get into the search and destroy and control, that has certainly been where it's been a little bit weaker. So we're gonna have to see what kind of break we're gonna get out of AxiByte here for this P2. Obviously, you've already got Karma on the hill along with Storm, and Karma's dropped, but Storm is here, pulls through a two-piece of his own, and he's locking down some good hill time for the team right now. And I think one of the big things that I've really been interested in as far as like this meta developing goes is what all we're going to see. And right now, it largely looks like we've got KSP and Peacekeeper. So kind of what we expected from last update. We're not really seeing any Switchblade in the mix. I know it was kind of a cut
3 week, yeah.
The PCR. So that's something we maybe see in the future, because as you mentioned, we don't have the 3-week time limit yet, which I had forgot about as I was mentioning that. So, good thing you're still grounded and here, and not fully burn out.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Now it's scramble for P3. I gotta say, P2 could have been a lot better here for Xitium. I think one of the pivotal moments was that breach in the backside where it was a 1v4. You push out of the armory and you walk right into devastation. I can't even remember who it was at the moment. It was just happening all so quickly, and then the retake just looks so damn good here for everyone over at AxiByte. As a matter of fact, they're going to get the early break here in P3. Trailer side looking like it might be their stomping grounds. A for the last hope. He's going to be able to win 1. He's going to be able to win 2. They're going big. They're not looking to get sent home here in this hard point. They're looking to take the advantage, and sure enough, we've got a scrappy trailer site hill. Karma doing a little bit of perimeter control. Storm as well, but it is Afer still rocking the objective, picking up a lot of hill time, and not a lot of contesting coming through. It is Lydia primarily trying to get that slaying roll down and packed. Certainly picked up 12 off the rip, but Denisio, he's doing a little bit of lane control, and the violation has been very lethal. 19 on board so far, Dave. There is nobody remotely close to him in that regard. I guess you could consider Melk's offset of only 3 kills. It could cancel the fact that Denisio is kind of frying.
Yeah, Melk has been a little hit or miss for me for this roster, and that's, just in the fact that, some games we see him come through and, he's putting up, 30 kills with the shotgun. Sometimes we see him pop into the search and destroy, and, he's got 12 kills on board. But the consistency has not been there, and that's specifically why, when I pointed out earlier, when you got Denisio and Lydia, they were going to be our players to watch. They were going to be the consistency that AxiByte brings to the table. That's because for Melk and for Miz, for Apollo to a degree, you never know what version of them you're going to see that day, right? And clearly right now, not one of the better days for Melk. And, I think that comes down to mindset. I think that comes down to discipline. Yeah. And we're sitting here camping an R9 on a map that is not great for the R9. I mean, it's not terrible. You've got a lot of close range opportunities, but when you're making the rotations like right here up mid, and you just get fried because you can't actually fight back, that is a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem. You need to be able to adapt, and I think the person who does it best with the shotgun and adapting and making sure that he knows what's going on, it's Grizz. Grizz, master of his craft, and well, I mean, to be fair, you don't see him running the shotgun on a map like this now. Less about Grizz, more about Melk, and yeah. I mean, he's adapted. That's the whole point. Obviously, we've seen shotguns get completely taken out of Mobile Mayhem at some point, and some players just not able to fill that role. I mean, if you're making one gun make or break your particular, flow, there's a problem right there. Right now, the problem is that we got a close game day. We haven't really talked about it. Say's 19 apiece with Afer. This roster is clicking, and when they're hot, they're hard to stop. And I think one of the things that they have had problems with is getting early advantages in hardpoint games. And right now, they're looking pretty solid. The break is going to come through. 15 seconds left. Now it's less about P1 and more about P2, and the struggles, they're going to be felt really badly now. Do you see a pretty firm hold here on the perimeter side with Lydia just going absolutely bonkers? She's not allowing anybody from Xitium to pass, and there is nobody in sight to try and get this hill break.
Yep, you're right, and we've got a 2-point game right now. 99 for AxiByte, 101 for the side of Xitium, but that's starting to change up. We do have a big Pred missile coming through for Storm, and we've got one drone for each side. Storm's got one, Denisio's got one. You've got Sparrows across the board for the side of Xitium. We've got 2 gravity vortexes for the side of AxiByte. And while I like that we're seeing some of the gravity vortex play, I think for firing range, I would go as far as to say 1 is more than enough. I think 2 might be overkill with the Sparrow available. It's not a Purifier, sure, it's not an Annihilator, but the Sparrow is one of the more consistent operators in the game, right? So,
yep. Well,
I'm definitely interested to see where that goes. Speaking of speaking of operators, did you get a chance to unlock the new one last night?
Bro, I don't even have the KSP unlocked. Why would you ask me that question? You know I don't have it unlocked yet. Come on, Dave. You're selling me just like
the
right
KSP
now.
Is last battle pass.
Yeah, but now I got to do 30 headshots because I didn't get the battle pass unlocked. Long story short, I didn't play a lot last season. This season, we're looking to get real deep into some COD Mobile content. Right now, we're getting real deep into this hardcore. 130 to 120. Hill is being held here by 2 players. It's Apollo and Melk. Apollo's dropped. Melk has got the Sparrow. He's the last hope. Let's go ahead and get a quick listen in as AxiByte has allowed us the permission to do so. We're going to go ahead and dive into their VCs and see if they can keep this lead and extend it on this P3 to P4 connection.
Hold it. Yeah, good time, good time. Hold the spawn. Wait for next, guys. I'll say. Barrels. One bad. Hold showers. One pushing barrels. One back camo. Dead. I got spawns, I think. I'm concussed. How much? Sorry. Mid. There's one mid. Go barrels. He's barrels. Top wood. Top good. Barrel. Top wood. Half HP. Top wood. 1 HP. One trailer.
Two
less window side. There's two win. I'm using my drone. Okay.
Start top good.
Bottom wood dead. He's dead.
Nice drone.
Down. Yeah. Try to get this time. Well, showers. Don't dead. Compound. Ah shit, these sides. I've got my drone. I'm pushing trailer.
Alright, com check in. Right now, it's a close one day. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty. The lead looks like it might be transferred over into Xitium's hands. As long as they can maintain this P4 rotation, it's all about that P2 hillside now. 164. Time is of the essence. Break gonna be shut down. You fed the beast. And right now, Xitium are profiting. They've got Goliath. They've got Says. He's locked and loaded. He's sitting at 36. And we might have a problem here for AxiByte pending this P1 rotation. Now the opening push. The hit is going to get shut down and Says. It's on a masterpiece. 11. 39 in the feed. He's looking for more. He pops the Predator. There's one right around the corner. He doesn't see it coming. He's sitting on 12. Make it 13 if it's not the KSP. It's the Dingle. The Dingle day. And my God, Says is cooking.
Well, oh man, you had to give him all that credit and then you get him killed on a 15. The caster curse is real here for Verdict, everybody says. May not have got that nuke, but he does have a Goliath and a drone on board. We've got 4 streaks left and right for both these teams, and we have about a 30-point lead right now for the side of Xitium. And realistically, for Xitium to stand a chance, they need to win this hard point and try to get that momentum rolling, try to get the ball heading down that hill and gather some speed, right? You know, coming into search and destroy against a team like AxiByte. Search is where they've struggled the most. Whoa, Melk turns the corner, and I gotta tell you, Melk has definitely been a player that has stepped things up. I mean, we were talking about him being dog water at the beginning of the game, and homie's got 30 kills on board right now.
No, he does, and right now this is a make or break kill for Xitium. I mean, they have not had success in P2 rotations, and off the bat, 20 seconds deep. The lead going to be transferred right back over to AxiByte. One by one, they push in, but if that one is Saints, you can bet your bottom dollar he's going to get a majority of that, and the break does come through. Lead shortly in the hands of AxiByte, but where are the players at from Xitium? How are they not on the hill? Finally, they double back, but I understand you want to get the setup for Noob, but you need that scrap. And they're not going to get either. It is going to be Lydia right there, and I've never been so visually frustrated. And you can see Goliath going to be hop here for Says. This is a big investment. Day is it going to pay off?
Well, we'll have to see. I was talking with Zim and Bolu in the past, and they had mentioned to me that you got to be looking for 40 seconds or so to make a Goliath worth it. This Goliath does not even get on the hill, Verdict. But you know who is on the hill? We got 3 members of AxiByte here. They do not want to lose this first game. Denicio with the deagle out is going to get dropped. And got to say, Denicio has been flying. 46 kills on board. He's right up there with Says. We've got kills coming through left and right. And the break does come through onto trailer for the side of Xitium. Apollo stunned here in mid, but gets the turn onto Karma, walks right into the Sparrow. We've got 3 on the hill. There's time for Xitium to win this one here. If they are able to hold off their opponents, and Afer going to find an extra one with the Sparrow. Melk making his rotation over, finds one.
It's a bloodbath. Trailer is not safe for anybody, and we are sitting at 49 for Says and 47 for Dinicio. It's all about this P4 hill. Topside control, not it. Afer, he tries his luck. It is going to be the last little bit of trickle time going to go in, but look at it. 242 to 232. This one's coming down to a photo finish. The spawns are coveted. Right now, Karma's going to win a big gunfight up top. He's looking for the control down low. He's got it. It's going to be called on the reload. The squad, though, is coming through for the reinforcements. It's one player to deal with Miz. He's going to be able to hop up top. He's going to go ahead and test his luck in the waters, too. There's nobody here for AxiByte. The spawns are flipped left and right, and Apollo going to get dropped like a sack of potatoes. 6 seconds remaining. Xitium might have done it, but they don't have anybody on the hill, and that's been the story of the game so far. Miz drop. The jungle side push going to be held off. Xitium come through with a 250 to 246, and we've got a stage 4 preview in a hell of a roller coaster of a ride. I've got to say, that could have gone either way, but Xitium pulled it out when they needed the most in a very chaotic firing range hardpoint. There were several times where they just completely dropped the ball. But Says just seemed to pull this team back in. There were some pivotal moments there where things could have went south for the worse. And it just didn't happen. You got a gang full of committed players, and you got Says leading them. 52. And that outshines Dinicio. Why? Because Says literally was frying. He had a 15 streak at one point, just trying to get the team a chance. And that chance, it came through. I was solid affair right there.
Yeah, it was a good game between these two teams. Came down to the wire. We had a lead taken early by the side of Xitium. We obviously got to see a bit of AxiByte bringing it back, but right there at the end, they just could not make that break effectively into trailer, and then bouncing over into wood, they couldn't get the break there either, and they do fall to their opponents. Now, for Xitium, you need to take that clutch up win that you just had, and you need to ball that energy up and make a sandwich out of it and give it to yourself before this next game. The search has been your weak spot, and that is where AxiByte have actually been incredibly strong, especially with a sniper lineup like Dinicio. So Miz has also been popping off for them in Search and Destroy, along with Lydia, one of the more consistent players in Europe when it comes to Search and Destroy as well, dating all the way back to kind of her initial breakout performance. I remember I think it was Saturday of stage or Masters last year with the XOXO roster. Like, Lydia hard carried that team, and then we got into Sunday and it was Neil, and those were two players that really made their name there, right? And now you got Neil who's coming through with Nova, so definitely shows the talent they brought to the table from then, and they continue to bring it here and now. So I'm excited for this Search and Destroy. Hopefully it'll be a good one, because man, I can't leave this one after that hardpoint was so good. I've got to see game 3 here.
No, I definitely. I mean, and you're talking about an AxiByte team who has been super hot in Search and Destroy recently. This is the team that, picked Cold apart on Tuesday. This is the team that just absolutely devastated, and we were looking for game 3 life there. It got shut down right now. Well, no, it did. Was that Tuesday or Thursday of last week? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been just a blur this past month. And it just started. We're literally 4 days in, and I'm in shambles. Good night, bro. It's August already? Oh, what the hell? What year is it, man? I'll go ahead and tell you what. This AxiByte team is stacked to the brim with talent in Search and Destroy. And Xitium, I'm waiting for GG to come through and say, hey, are we good at Search and Destroy yet? I want it to be after the game, though, after Xitium actually puts up a hell of a performance. And this would be a team that I could say, hey, you know what? You're making a step in the right direction. I won't ever say you're a great Search and Destroy team or you're getting better until that is done. I can't ever say you're great, though, because, without a shadow of doubt, I don't think that's a possibility.
We'll see what we get into. No, I just I'm just a
You
bot.
told a day? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was leaning back and I started talking and I looked down and my mic wasn't red, so I was like, oh, all right, cool. But you know what? We're getting into this search and destroy, and it's standoff. So this is actually an opportunity where I think, Melk, you should be using the R9 here, but I gotta say, I'm not sure back alley is the angle you really want to challenge. I mean, I guess if you're just hanging out here in the gas station, it's fine, but like peeking this angle's not a brilliant play. I mean, R9 just not going to kill consistently from that range, so that's something to consider. I'd like to see Melk play more aggressive up towards mid, right? I think that's where you're going to have a little bit more opportunity. You can start pushing on up into Delhi from mid after you get some sort of vision cleared out on any of the snipers that sometimes peek on through. So just really, I mean, are you watching Melk?
No, I stopped watching Milk. I gave up on
These are
Milk.
just weird sniper angles to challenge, or shotgun angles to challenge. I mean.
Yeah, well, there it goes. Shouldn't have been watching him because maybe then he would have probably gotten a kill. Caster Curse got the best of Say's last map, but this time around it's going to get the best of Melk yet again nonetheless. Bomb's going to go down. Apollo going to go ahead and seal the shots right there. And Afer and Say's, 2-star players from the last map, certainly looking to put something on now as the pressure's here. It's riding high. 40 seconds. Xitium, you're on the defense. Can you make the retake happen? Miz right here in the corner site trying to get the wall bang. Say's looking for anything and everything he can. He's going to give away his location, but with Afer right here on the prowl, the backside, the backstab, that's going to be Lydia, but Apollo's dropped Say's sense now. Apollo, good shots right through the archway. Now you got Miz on the prowl. He's going to get the better of the trade. Apollo with the good comms. Very collected round for AxiByte, and this is exactly what we come to expect against a team who has the reputation of performing in search and destroy and destroying some of the teams that kind of have, you know, wishy-washy pushes or, you know, hit or miss defenses. And I think Xitium is one of those teams that primarily miss on defense.
Yeah, I think I would have to agree with you there. And, well, Miz going to get dropped as part of Say's 2-piece early on. But Apollo right here for the refrag. A quick 3-for-3 trade for these two teams. Well, Apollo getting taken down by Kree leaves Denisio last alive. We've seen him be a little bit cracked with the Deagle in the past, and obviously, you know, Denisio comes to the table with a sniper as well, so might have an opportunity. I mean, it's a 1v2 with all snipers left on the table, so this one could certainly go either way, especially if Denisio is able to find an angle onto one and bring it to a 1v1, but bomb is down. I am unsure if that's confirmed, but Denisio making a lot of noise right now. Ends up taking down Karma. It does bring us that 1v1, and you can see we had Kree was looking for maybe the rotation into street there, but Denisio is doubling back. He's at the hop-up. Oh, if Kree would have peeked that angle, he had the freest kill in the world right there, bro.
Yeah, Denisio got a lot of confidence, man. Look at this. The rotation all the way through. He gets his one. He knows what he needed to do, and he got it done. He didn't overextend his stay. Now he's looking for the complete reposition. Kree just hanging out like a, set of wet clothes up there waiting to dry, and certainly now trying to get a little bit of pressure, a little bit of penetration. He's got a little bit of an idea of where potentially Denisio could be. But there it goes, the rotation through. Kree gonna catch him. And Denisio with all the confidence in the world. Man, he saw him. He was just hopping, skipping, leaping, jumping. I mean, it worked out well the first time around, but you got to slow things down. And instead, he's going to get caught lacking out in the open right there. And a big bounce back round for Xitium. But it started off with Say's picking up the 3 in the middle of the map in an unorthodox push. That's not going to happen every time around. You're going to see AxiByte adapt, and they're going to be looking for that pressure somewhere. And Lydia, she's right there to shut down the push right in the front side of Grandy's. As a matter of fact, she's going to add value to 2 more. And that is going to be 3 for the price of 1. Xitium down in shambles. Kree down. Say's out. Storm, he's alive. He's going to find 1, but it is all but not. It's not equal right now.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an uphill battle for Xitium. I mean, again, they come through every week and they try to have a better search performance, but it's been a struggle for them, right? Even even in the past couple weeks where I would say they've looked decent, their best search and destroy performance to date was honestly in a 4 versus 5 several weeks back. So, That's you know, a pretty rough position to be in. They find pockets where they look decent in search and destroy, and then you watch other rounds, and I mean, they just look like a team that's not on the same page. And well, Apollo gonna come through and take another page out of the book, taking it down at Karma. That's gonna leave Storm last alive. He's got a KSB and a DLQ in hand, but what he doesn't have is time to make anything work. Doesn't have an angle on Miz, and that's going to be the 2-1 lead now coming through for the side of AxiByte. And we might be on that way to the Game 3 we were hoping for.
Well, we'll have to see. This thing's still pretty early. The defense right now for Xitium, bar that unorthodox push where it actually panned out in their favor, has been since handled and adjusted by AxiByte. So we'll see how it goes for the remainder. Apollo going to be taking some shots, but he's going to be able to get away. Kree going to open up with the first blood. And now the defense has done its job. We got a 1-2-1 split. Or 2-1-2 split, and they're going to be able to pick off left and right now. Make it 3. And we're in an exact opposite boat that we were in last round. The player advantage clearly in favor of Xitium, but will they do what is necessary? Can they close it out? I think this is where they struggle the most. I think this is still doable if you're AxiByte. You just got to play it close. Minute 15, plenty of time to make something happen. You don't have to force anything. Play your cues, play your angles, get those picks, make the pushes. Afer, though, he's on the aggression. Look at it. All the way through the backside of farm. He's looking for the backstab. He's not looking for this one to develop slowly. He's wanting to speed it up real quick. He's got the right idea. The calls are going to come through. He's going to catch one. That's Apollo off guard. And it was all on Miz. 1v5 style. 48 seconds. Not a shot. There's multiples collapsing. He wins one. He's not going to win the second. Big bounce back round for the boys over at Xitium. And we're yet again tied up.
Yeah, and even if he would have found that follow-up gunfight onto Afer, which wasn't even close, he had Storm pushing boxes right behind him, so that was going to be a round for the side of Xitium, and you know, that's what I'm talking about. We've seen several rounds where they just looked really sloppy. That was a well-coordinated and well-executed rotation coming out of them. I mean, they looked like a search and destroy team to be reckoned with there, but 2-for-2 trades open up. Lydia taking down Kree. Says and Kree down is not good for the side of Xitium. Says has been their consistent player here today. Afer has been one of their stronger players in Search and Destroy, though, and they still got him on board, so there's some opportunity. And, man, Melk is just not having a good day. Even moving into a standoff search with the R9 and sitting on an 0-5 right now, so that's a little bit unfortunate for the side of AxiByte. Hopefully he'll be able to turn things around the way he did in that hard point. Because, again, we were talking about him being like, what, 6-18? And he ended the game 32-29 or something? So
Yeah. I mean, he bounced back, but we've seen, you know, a few of the struggle busts today so far. Karma is the one that's kind of the outlier. And as soon as I mention Karma's name, Denisio just gives him one of the freshest fades you could have ever asked for. The headshots coming through quickly. It is Storm all on his own. The ego chow's there, but Lydia is right there to get the revenge. Great coordination out of this AxiByte team so far. They have the advantage yet again. It's 3-2. Last round on the attack here for AxiByte themselves and Xitium. They need to dig deep. They need to find another round to tie this one up. You can't afford to go down 4-2. We know how much of a panic it can be on search, especially when you're under, you know, big stages. Obviously, we got stage 4 coming up. You want to get that practice in. Let's see if it's going to pay off. Cry from up top. Looking for some shots, but it's going to be Says getting dropped. And Denisio finding first blood. 7 for Lydia, 6 for Denisio. Still 0 for Melk, but still plenty of time to make up for it, though, as we're only 5 rounds deep. We're in the 6th. And a little bit of, even though they get that first blood, they're looking for more. I love how slow and patient and how everything pans out perfectly for AxiByte. Let's see if they can close this one out and make it a 4-2.
Well, certainly looking for the opportunity to, as you know, again, we're going to be hoping that Melk is able to turn things around if you're an AxiByte fan. And if you're not, then you are hoping that Melk stays with 0 kills on board, because honestly, the R90 is a incredibly deadly weapon in general, but on a map like Standoff, there's a lot of just close angles that the R9 can sit and wait in and really be able to capitalize. Right now, Says first blooded. He's got 4 on board. Definitely not having as big of a performance as he had in the hard point, but got some opportunity still to recover. You've got Karma, who, you know, we expect to pop off a little bit more for the side of Xitium here, and he's only got one on board as well. So Melk picking up his first before getting dropped by A for Cree with a nice shot onto Apollo there, puts number 5 on the board. We do have the bomb plant coming through. That's going to reset our time to 45 seconds. And only about 40 of that is left for Cree and Afer to come through with the 2v3 clutch.
Oh, Afer had a big chance to go big. Nonetheless, he's going to get dropped. It's Denisio, though. The read for Cree is there. He's going to be able to find that. He's got 2 more to deal with, and Lydia is not going to go down without a fight. You can see she's got the topside control. The pinch is certainly going to be felt here as soon as Cree makes the wrong move. Nade shot comes through. Cree's going to hop the bomb. He's going to get to the fuse. He doesn't get it. Oh, man. It came down. Look, I don't think you could have done that any better. That was such...
This is like 1 HP, dude.
Yeah, 1 HP. The nade shot, the pushback, and then you got Lydia up top. She's trying to collapse. The shots come through. That was so... Oh, that could have been huge for Cree. That could have been one individual effort play that could have put Xitium at a tied spot. Unfortunately, it doesn't pan out. And a round slipped right underneath them. Could have been the case, but it's not. Apollo going to find first blood, and this is where the side of AxiByte just seemed to thrive. They've got the defense. They don't have any time to worry about the push in. It is, my God, no, what the actual hell was that? You had like 6 shots to hit, and you missed all of them.
Telling you, it's just not Melk's day, all right? Like, that is just the reality. Sometimes you're going to have an off day, and, well, that's Melk. I mean, started off the hard point real strong. Gotta say, recuperated really well, but the search has not been it by any means. So we'll see as
Yeah, but
things
a got a
continue to
day.
roll on.
Yeah, we're not going to touch that one. Okay, yeah.
I don't even know if I put that far down because Melk turned it around big time in the hard point. So,
well, I mean, it took him a minute. We'll give the benefit of the doubt to Melk and maybe something to pan out. Nade shot comes through. No, it's Cree. He's delivering with the advanced artillery. Smoke's going to come through. They're looking for the clearance. Karma looking to lead the pack. The push. You got to deal with Melk, and that has not been a problem today, so we'll see if it continues not to be a problem. It's not. Melk's dropped. Apollo getting on board this round. Going to find 1, but it's for the price of 3. 2v4 scenario. Bomb's looking to go down. Says gets it done. And now it's a matter of defending this site. 1 player on the flank. That's Lydia looking for the backstab. Says looking for that player himself. He's not going to expect it. Shot's going to come through, and that's going to alert him. Now the player on boxes. You've got Cree just holding down the fort. He's got the token of killing Melk. He's got the R9 hopper. No, it's not the hopper. It's just a basic skin, Melk. We're going to need you to step your skin game up. Says cleans up the last one. And finally, a round back in favor of Xitium after a few questionable ones. This is sparking a comeback, right, Day? Maybe? No? Okay. Good talk. Nah, I'm not. I don't know.
We'll go with maybe. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with a hard maybe on that one. Definitely not the most convincing round. Like, even though it looked good as far as like the lives went, the rotation didn't feel great. It felt like it happened to work out. So we'll see as things continue to roll on if they can actually bring it back. Xitium have been seeking our praise in the search and destroy department for a while. And they've yet to convince us. And, you know, I don't mean that in a mean way or anything, but that's just the reality. And I think a big comment that you actually had mentioned on your stream about Jesus the other day, someone had mentioned, you know, Jesus just wants you to praise. No, Jesus wants it straight. And I think these guys do too. They want us to come through and be honest and give them constructive criticism and really find their own area to be able to improve. You know, this is a team that wants to be better. They're not content with being, you know, kind of the bottom of the barrel when... Whoa, there you go, Melk. Putting 2 on the board. Takes down Karma and Afer. Miz takes down Cree, and a big bounce back round for the side of AxiByte, and they are now on map point, looking to push us into that game 3. Took Miz a little while to get going, but that 3 and 8, definitely a saving grace there in that round, because not only did they pick up 2, but he saved his teammate. So that could have been, if he lost that gunfight, That
Yeah.
would have been a bad 0 for 2 trade.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that was a poor decision making, from Xitium. There's no way you push that 2 stack right there on the back alley site when you're down in numbers. You need to play a little bit more passive. Right here, you have the advantage. You can see the bomb's gonna get hopped real quick. It's a fast one. Deed's done. Creed, Strop. Melk finally starting to catch a little bit of fire, but it's a little too late. We're in map point right here. Afer clearing out the path on the backside. Afer. Thank you, Denisio.
Wow.
Thank you. I was.
Wow. Oh my
Look, no,
goodness.
I love
What
you,
did I
homie.
just watch?
All respect, bro. All respect. Right here, he's the last hope. He's looking for the push through courtside. He's gonna find one and gonna get caught hopping right into Granny's front door. And that is going to be another round brought to you by Xitium's performance and Melk's ability not to clutch it up. More so less, it was a better round collectively. You get that fast plan on B, you execute pretty flawlessly. I gotta say, there was little to no casualties off the rip. Benicio, though, he's got the shots that land. He's sitting on 11. Oh! Melk! Karma! The round corner around the site.
Oh,
He's
but
going to be able to
Storm.
find one, but Storm! And Aper going to be able to find 3, and that even things up. That was just a corner you did not anticipate the round and just eat
Oh,
like 3
Lydia.
people's bullets.
Well, Lydia peeked the corner on the barrel there and ends up getting taken down. Now that's going to leave Apollo last alive. He's got 10 kills on board. He's been rocking the DLQ. Fantastic skin on this thing, by the way, as well. Bomb plant does come through onto B, and now Apollo. This is a rough rotation to try to make. And it might be right into the sights of Kree here in just a moment. Hit marker. Oh, no, Kree. Poor Kree, man.
Poor Kree.
Well,
Storm.
Storm, last alive, KSP in hand, 9 kills on board. You need to clutch this one up for the team. Oh, Apollo, that was disgusting, dude.
That, I called I called for the receiving, and I was like, Storm,
I
you got,
did
oh
too.
my
I
god.
did too.
Right before a disaster happened. Hot damn, what a great search and destroy performance from AxiByte 7-4. Xitium still looking very sloppy in the search and destroy. The attack strats not really panning out perfectly, and their corners and their twos not being played properly. Still need a little bit of work, but I can see signs of improvement. I can see signs of, taking feedback and trying to, construct a way to make something out of it. It's just not a collective overall great way. If you're going to take that shot on the top side of Granny, you've got to have someone with top side Granny control too. You can't be out lacking in the middle where there's no cover. There's nowhere for you to run. Paulo plays that to a T. A hell of a 1v2 clutch. Of course, he's top frag. 12 kills on board. 7-4 win again for AxiByte. And this one's going the distance today. We're going to get that control for the first time.
Yeah, and this is a match that we absolutely had to have the control in, and you know what? It ends up coming through absolutely strong for the side of AxiByte. This is about what we expected. We knew Xitium had a chance in the hard point, but the search and destroy has been a weak spot for them, and even though they put up some respectable numbers, the coordination and the consistency of the rounds just wasn't there. Like, there was a couple rounds where, we saw Storm get a triple kill, but then they ended up losing the round anyway. So essentially that comes out to be, 3 kills that I don't want to say they didn't contribute. They obviously gave you an opportunity, but they didn't get capitalized on. And, that's okay. That's going to happen to every team sometimes. So Apollo coming through with 12, definitely clutching up for the team. Denisio with 11, 9 for Miz, 7 for Lydia, and 6 for Melk. And, gotta say, Melk, you were 6 rounds into the game and didn't have a kill on board. So the fact that you ended with 6 is definitely at least a little bit of a turnaround. And then, hopefully this control will go well. If I had to guess, I think AxiByte have a little bit of a bigger chance here, but I absolutely am not going to count out Xitium in control either. So we'll see.
All right, well, good reads. AxiByte, very well executed search and destroy. Hell of a fight in the hard point. Looked like they had control the entire time, but Xitium just were not giving up. And right now we're heading over to the control, where again we mentioned it earlier. I'll have to go back and look at it because my old man mind is not working as nicely as it should, but it does look like we're going to be heading back to LA for a little bit of, Hollywood Hills raid. Who's going to get that control first? It does look like we're going to see possibly a little bit of attack. I think this map is very well balance. I think the attacking team has a little bit more of an advantage more than any other map. I've seen it several times before. I played it before. I feel like the attack has the advantage. You kind of dictate the pace. You kind of set the tone. You get a few kills under your belt. You hop one of the hills. It's just that easy. Now, if you're the defense, you got to find a way to, you know, stop. Yeah. Yeah. Unless you use your GKS and it's banned, right? Not that my 6 kills mattered, right, though, but I use the GKS. We're all paying the price because we DQ'd Bobby. Bobby, I'm still bitter about that. How can you let my bot actions catch a DQ for the team's collective effort? I'm just kidding. Obviously, I sold. That was on me.
I mean, to be fair, the series was not close. So, what's a little DQ? What's a little DQ between friends? You know
what? That series was close. I had a hell of a bounce back in the Search and Destroy.
I meant the whole, like the whole best of them.
What? That was a balanced matchup.
It's not close.
Well, they had Shells and Nicole, okay? Shells and Nicole are crack, bro.
What was the score of that?
Doesn't matter. I agree. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. All right, it's going to be an attack here. Control raid, Hollywood Hills. Who's going to take the advantage off the rip? No kills in the feed. Denicio's cornered. Right in money. They hit the lick. Now they're going to jump the spot. It is going to be the A site where we see a little bit of action already. And I love the fact that Xitium are being aggressive on this push. I mean, you got the time stopped. You got 1 kill in your favor. You lose out on 1, but the numbers are there. Why are you not hopping the B site now? You got 2, a little bit. This is probably a mystery. Like, there's no way you're just kind of sitting in the middle of the map waiting just for someone to make a move. I mean, if you're waiting for those spawns, Storm, you know, closed mouths don't get fed, bro. You gotta be a little more proactive.
All right, well, we do have Xitium down 2 lives right now, but they're getting good progress onto A. They get their second tick locked in here, and Melk gonna get dropped as part of Karma's 2-piece. Storm found one of his own, and just like that, we have the advantage. 2 lives, make it 3 in favor of Xitium. Denicio finally able to put an end to the streaking that was coming through by the side of Xitium, and Kree gonna find an extra one onto Apollo. Denicio gotta look for the kill here, but I don't know if that's the angle you want to challenge with SKS and Deagle in hand when you know your opponent has a KSP. And, well, he pays the price. Gets his revenge, though.
Yeah, he does. Melk, though, up top. Gonna clear out the red site. Spot's gonna be hopped yet again. Here comes the easier portion of this map. I say it's easier, but I mean, these are pro players. The gunnies are hot, and we're well within the rights of seeing everyone who there should be no excuses at this point. Right now, it's Lydia coming through with the 3-piece. Gonna be able to find a combo indeed now and holding the hill, reversing the clock now. 1:15 on the clock. 2 life advantage still in favor of Xitium. Make it 3. Trades are coming through left and right, and it is going to be a lot of map control there for a little bit. But Miz is out, and the picture is B is hopped. There are plenty there. And now you got to send the troops. You can be reserved as you want in laundry, but you need someone on foot in front. And certainly time is being at a halt. It's going to be a TDM right here, Dave.
Friendly Predator missile inbound.
And Aver's already streaked up. Look at that.
Yeah, and in our current control settings or mode optimization, we are still stuck in these fixed spawns that we're hoping does get changed for the future. I think that's going to bring a lot more competitive viability to a lot more maps, but you know what? We get the B capture to come through, and you had mentioned, Verdict, that you thought early on that the offense might have a little bit of an advantage on this map specifically. And, well, we have a capture coming through for the side of Xitium. They capitalize early, and they are going to be looking for any opportunity to pick up the win here. Obviously, we were mentioning earlier that they are now tied with paniQ, and they need to get points on board to kind of stretch that lead out a little bit. And a win on this map here, specifically, you're looking at 15 points for the day instead of 5. So this is a much-needed win for the side of Xitium. And, man, Karma coming through with a big couple kills there. Says comes through with one of his own. And once again, we're off to a kill advantage for the side of Xitium.
Yeah, there we go. They're rocking, they're rolling. They've got the clocked continuing to roll through, and that's exactly what you need. The pressure's coming through. The spawn trap looking like it might be a setup. Say's gonna find one. There's multiples in the vicinity. This is just such a good defense so far here from Xitium now. Is they've got a 6 life advantage. Melk's gonna be able to make it through the cracks, but we'll see if they can deal with him and the party that he brings along with him. Miz up top. He's not gonna be able to get the shots to land to get the revenge frag, and this is a little bit of uncertainty here for AxiByte. They may have looked good in the hardpoint and the search. Right now, they are looking like fish out of water. 7 life to spare. Finally starting to get a little bit rocked and rolled there for Apollo now as he's going to pop the grab vortex. A little fun fact about Control 2, and I had to find this out the hard way, is you only get 10 lives as an individual player on the team. So if you die 10 times, you don't respawn back in. I don't know if that will ever come into play here in competitive play, but as a noob,
Can you imagine?
I was on the sidelines like 2 of those rounds. They were feeding on me, bro. They were feasting on me.
So, are you telling me that's how you learned?
Yeah, that's how I learned firsthand, bro.
Close series, by the way, guys.
Yeah. We won that game, by the way. We won that game, by the way. I didn't drop. If I didn't lose because of DQ, we might have actually been able to go to distance and let the team, you know, rile up. But I mean, it was a now 3 kill advantage now. Xitium giving up the B site, but A is highly covered. You got one at the bottom side of Modern. You got one in the middle of the map. Say's in a bit of a pinch. Melk, you are just... I mean, if it wasn't the R9, you pull out the Cali sticks, we're going to ban you, bro. We're going to absolutely have to ban you. That is something I will not tolerate as a former Warzone pooper. I do not want to see Cali sticks being rocked with R9 ever. Ever. If there's somebody who has no skill, it's Cali stick players in Warzone.
You know, to be fair, I think Cali sticks are kind of hard to use in Warzone now, comparatively speaking. They used to be broken.
They were
used
disgusting.
To be absolutely disgusting. Yeah, you're right.
The melee lunge was absolutely just ridiculous.
And the movement speed. Oh
my god. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Right? Just.
Oh my goodness. That's a 2-0 lead now for the side of Xitium. They won on offense. They won on defense, and they're going to be looking to close things out here in round 3. This could be a big win for Xitium if they're able to pull it off.
No, you're absolutely right. And, you know, I guess their recipe for success, you got to get better at hardpoint, because there's no way you're going to be able to close the gap and search or destroy by the time stage 4 rolls around. There's no way in 2 weeks you're telling me that this team can, you know, put together a collective sound strategy to make something happen. They are looking like animals on the map here in raid control, and it doesn't look like AxiByte has had a bit of success on either the attack or the defense. Right now, they're kind of twiddling their thumbs as the progress on B is going to come through. It's 2 players right there on the hill. It is 3 halfway on that 3rd tick already. There is no pressure. The map is just wide open for Xitium to continue to wreak havoc, and that clock extension is massive. The kill count is very close still. But Lydia, there's no way you lose that gunfight. You've got a Peacekeeper, and you're telling me you're letting Says whip you with the pistol from the Deagle that far out? Yeah, there you go. Just go ahead and set up out. Get back. Don't look, don't. There's not a reason for you to contest that. Karma says absolutely not.
I think my favorite thing about COD Mobile is listening to Verdict tell the pro players how to play.
Yeah, right, yeah. There's no way, right. Well, I mean, come on.
Well, Afer is definitely in a good position for the team. He may only be 13-13 on board right now, but he's got a drone and has a cluster for this matchup. Does get taken down there, but we've also got a drone available for Storm and Miz for the opposition. Looking at the scoreboard right now, Melk actually having a better performance this time around. We're here on raid. He's sitting on a 14-14, so you got to give him some credit. But Melk, with stage 4 around the corner, man, I'm gonna go ahead and just be brutally honest here. You have got to like be practicing with the KSP, with the CBR maybe, with a Kilo, with Peacekeeper, dude. Something else. You've got to bring some sort of flexibility.
Anything. I mean, use.
Anything. I would go as far as to say the Fennec is stronger than the MAC-10 now.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I mean, in close quarter, you're looking at trying to utilize something that will give you a little bit of that shotgun vibe, and nothing, I mean, sprays quicker than a Finnick within 2 meters, right? You know, you don't have to worry about ADSing either. Right now, it's ADSing coming through for Lydia. GG, she says. 2-kill advantage, make it 5. Oh boy, everything is starting to look like it is not doable here for the defense. 3 players left standing. They're going to need a miracle. They're going to need all hands on deck, and here comes the operators. Lydia streaked up. This might be the opportunity. It's close. 40 seconds left. The drone's going to get popped. Afer looking for the final kill shots, but he can't make it out of the garage. Storm going to be able to find 1. They just need to deal the damage on 2. Rounding the corner, Afer trying to get some shots in. That's going to do it. He's going to find 1. Karma's going to find the other. And the clean sweep in that control. Xitium, where have you been playing control? How come we haven't seen... Oh, that's right. You can't make it past Search or Destroy to get to that control game.
Respawns have been solid, dude. Like, Xitium's not a bad respawn team. We haven't seen enough control out of them to have really expected this matchup particularly to come this way. But you know what? I gotta say, that control was a dominant performance coming out of them. The last round was pretty close, and we also had a little bit of a disrespect play maybe at the end there. We had a drone that just straight fired all 3 shots for a kill because the opponents only had 2 lives left.
Yeah,
you know what?
I mean, smoke them if you got them, right?
Do it, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Ain't no struggle bus here in the respawns. Obviously, you got to find that game 1 win first, and sure enough, a miracle came through. Xitium prevail by 2 points, and it was not even close in this control. 3-0, 28 on board for Karma. A little bit of a Karma show indeed. The clinic performed, and textbook performance. I mean, you did it on defense, you did it on the attack twice in a row. Xitium, they might be a powerhouse when it comes to control, and this is something that you got to consider too. Stage 4 is right around the corner. Those games in that first day and second day up until the grand finals are best of 5s. All right, you're going to see more than just, you know, a hard point and a search and destroy. You're going to see at least a control. And with the way that they're playing, this might be, you know, a team that you've got to look after, especially after seeing a brutal beatdown. Maybe, you know, AxiByte need to take a little bit of time to practice some control modes. But, I mean, they look pretty great on hard point. I mean, they had the lead at one point. I mean, they lost by only 2 points, and they have been just waxing opponents in search to destroy the control. That's the first time I've seen them play it, and it did not look good. We're going to take it back to the desk. Deanna, that series was epic. We got to see a game 3, but I think our highlight series and our premier matchup of the night, they're both one and the same. Snova and Animus.
Oh, yeah.
That's fresh on everybody's mind.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see this one. Actually, Nova versus Animus. I think I waited for the whole season of Mobile Mayhem to actually have the chance to watch this, so I'm actually very excited. But coming through the second series, right, we did saw AxiByte versus Xitium, and it was a very good game. Like, I did enjoy the hard point. It was very close. We went back and forth. They win, they lost the points, and Xitium managed to win, but it was very close. Coming to S&D, AxiByte actually sent us to the third game. That was a control, and in that control, Xitium just fried. They had good control on defense and on the offense, and the map control was very good. So I was very, very excited about this. But again, we will have the third game. That's gonna be the highlight of this night. I think the highlight of this season. It's gonna be Nova versus Animus. So we're gonna take a very short break, and we're gonna be right back.
Welcome to New Vision City, a city built upon innovation. You and Atlas, building the promise of tomorrow. Target を捕捉。位置を確認して。行くわよ。
Welcome back, guys, and this was actually a short break because guess what? The players actually joined very fast in the lobby. So we are here for the highlight of the season, I could say, Nova versus Animus. Now I want to ask you guys, I did ask you before, I think, or we did talk about it, but what is your prediction on this game? We will get the game third game. We will get a 2-0 day.
I think this one has opportunities to go either way. You can obviously look at this matchup from last season, and in the main season as well as in the playoffs, Animus took down Nova, but this is not necessarily the same Nova that that we saw in the last season. They've obviously bounced back in a big way. I think to take Verdict's words for it directly, is Nova is a bunch of cripples. Oh, no, wait, he said crippled. They were crippled last season. That's what it was. You know, they bounced back, and this is going to be a solid matchup. I think if I had to guess, I'm going to give Nova the edge, but it could go either way. You know, both these lineups are just incredibly, incredibly talented players, and it's largely, in my opinion, going to depend on the map pool, which I think you and Verdict might be ready to go over.
Yeah, Verdict, can you go over the map pool?
Oh, absolutely. We've got a pretty spicy setup. It does look like we've got a hardpoint firing range yet again to start this series off. Second map going to be that Search and Destroy on Raid. And we finally see Game 3, if we do get that far, it is going to be a standoff control. Purifier and Sparrow are off the table. This game is going to be a bloodbath, and we're going to go ahead and dive directly into it. It is going to be that hardpoint on firing range day. You and I have talked about this series for a while, and I mentioned the last time that these two teams met was in Stage 3, and obviously Nova got the better of that trade. Right now, the last season's winner of Mobile Mayhem is clearly Animus. Are they going to be able to hold the belt, the title, hold it strong? They haven't dropped a map all season long, Dave.
Well, if they were going to drop a map this season, this is the team that was going to take it from them, so we'll see as we get on into the action if Animus are bringing their A game today, or if it's Nova going to show us that they are still indeed the most consistent team that Europe has to offer. Neil coming through the big two-piece along with Creed, but Marvel here for the refrag, rocking the SKS. And man, this is the game. This is the game to watch. This is the game that we have been waiting to see here in Europe. It's here for you guys today. This is a grand finals worthy matchup, Verdict.
It is, absolutely, and I'm aware that the teams are not right. That's quite all right. We'll get it fixed as soon as possible. Right now, it is going to be the advantage, not distinctly. If you talk about advantage, you're looking at that P2 rotation, and guess what? There's 3 players already there for Animus. They're looking for whatever they can get off of that P1 and move on over. And 10 points is happily where they'll settle right now. Nova going to get a few points, and they've got to play their cues proper. Grizz, though, Madman trying to shut down the push through the mid side. He's going to get shut down himself. A lot of perimeter control here for the boys over at Animus, but not a lot of hill time. You don't see a lot of stacking of the objective, and with Drari out in the open, he might be the decision maker. Maybe the deciding factor to shut down this push, but it is going to be Creed fighting one. The entry from the front side. Neil hasn't been denied all game. He's finally going to get shut down, but Saturn's, with a bit of ease, going to be able to fill the spot. And Dave, we've got a little bit of a bloodbath on our hands, and this Stage 4 preview already delivering its expectations.
Yeah, I absolutely got to agree with you. And we were talking about the standings a little bit earlier, that these two teams are in the number 1 and number 2 spot, respectively. And when it comes down to playoffs, they're going to be on opposite edges of the bracket. So this is quite possibly a preview of the grand finals of this season as well. So I think that is certainly something important to make note of. We've got about a 30-point lead for the side of Nova right now, but obviously Animus could potentially be looking to make a comeback. As, you know, we're less than a single good hill hold away from picking things up. But it looks like Nova are going to be first on into the trailer. And this might be one of the few days that you don't see Nova trolling around with some of their weapon selection.
No, you're absolutely right. I thought there was going to be a little bit of devastation right there for Marvel, who just hopped that drone. He's going to get maximum value out of it. Narg's going to shut down the push from Creed. He's looking for a free kill. The result is going to be the break in trailer site, and this is a much-needed time. However, there are only 2 players here for Animus, and as strong as the Gunnies have been, I just don't think that 2 players are going to be enough to hold off the pushes from the side of Nova. Insert Xitium in the equation. He finds the two-piece. Neil right here on the outskirts. He's sitting at 10. He's been sitting at 10 for quite a while. He's going to be sitting at 10 for a little bit longer now. Grizz finding maximum opportunity here. He breaks that shot. The concussion played to the advantage, and Saturn's going to end the spree of terror. Now it's all about this P4 hill. It's 11-point deficit for the side of Animus. They're going to be able to pick up a few trickled points, but the spawns, they are not compromised yet. Nova, they are setting up firm for a P4 rotation.
Hardpoint identified.
Yep, and I think Spy came through with 4 kills on his Annihilator, so definitely some good value there. Animus, with their break into trailer, have brought this back to a 3-point game, and that's why I said, even though we have a lead for the side of Nova, it is certainly not over. But the drone coming through, that Dragonfire, going to give plenty of information over to the side of Nova, and as a result, they fill up the feed. A couple wall bangs coming out of Neil. Annihilator Dragonfire combo is absolutely disgusting, Verdict, and it is giving Nova all sorts of advantage here on wood.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. This is certainly a hard point to break once you get a good hold on it. Nonetheless, it's Spy holding the fort down. He streaked up a few, but Marvel inserts himself in the equation. He's got the troops rallied up. They're going to be able to close the gap here, but Kree could be the huge factor. The X1, he's going to find one, his 15th, but that's it. Grizz going to be able to neutralize him now. It is looking like we might be pretty tied up rolling into this P1 reset. Maybe a little bit of an advantage, but no distinct big 20, 30, 40, 50-point lead. This one's coming down to the wire in this P1 reset. 12-point lead for Nova. And right now, Animus, they got to do a better job of P2. I think this is where things got out of hand for them, and they have been in the backside of on a comeback since. But Nova, they have done a great job of getting the breaks on the hill. They've done a great job on the holds. They've done a great job of the coordination of the score streaks. We'll see how it pans out now as it is all chaos and pandemonium. Concussion of duty if you're on that P1 objective.
Yeah, you are absolutely right, Verdict. And right now, oh, Marvel comes through with the head tap onto Inferno there. And Animus are not looking to lose this match. They want to be your grand finals winner of Mobile Mayhem again. And then they want to take that energy and roll it into stage 4 as well. But Nova stands in their way currently. Nova again extending their lead, even if only slightly. This P1 is not an easy one to hold for a long period of time, and I gotta say Nova have done a great job of denying time while also grabbing a bit for themselves. They're now looking at a little over a 30-point lead, but Animus, they're first to make the rotation over to next, and this American site can be a little bit more of a money hill, so got some big opportunities here. Gathelia looking for one, but it's Jarari coming through with 2. Gathelia getting that information for the team.
Oh, no.
But a Predmus out of Grizz gonna take down Inferno. This is a big opportunity here for the side of Animus.
Yeah, it is, but Nova, they're not going to be backing down just as quickly. You see the drone pop. Spy trying to get as much value out of it as he can. The players have been marked. There's one player left to deal with, and guess what? Creed has been money all game long, sitting on a 21. The break comes through with plenty of time to maximize on. Drari tries his luck at the contest. Grizz going to be able to find one, make it 2. They're trying to get the setup, but that last little bit of trickle time, that 20 seconds, was much needed. 3 players looking to flush them out, maybe try to get a break here. It is going to be Narcs, a little bit of an investment, but they're shut down. 3 and a feed for Nova. And clear, decisive lead right now. This is the biggest the gap has been all game long. The setup here has to pay off huge for Animus because right now they're at about a 50-point deficit, and things aren't looking good on P2. You need a huge P3 to bounce back.
Yep, you are absolutely right here, Verdict, and there's plenty of opportunity for Animus. They're first on to trailer. My iPad is dying. We better plug that in. And Saturn's comes through the push. Grizz, you can't let Saturn's push on up and take Gathelia down from behind there. Fortunately, you're able to get the extra kill onto Inferno and keep the hill locked down. Find a 2-piece with the Predator missile as well. That is huge. Did he get 3 with it?
He got 3 with it. He got 1 and then 3 more with the Predator. That was absolutely A1. What better way to make it up? And now he's streaked up as well. The rally is coming through. Grizz is getting hot, baby. And it is already steaming in this fire range hardpoint. We've got that gap being closed, and right now it's certainly doable, especially with the streaks that came through for Grizz. He's got a cluster to pop. He's got a A drone ready to rock, and Drari now looking for drops himself. It is going to be 3 in the feed for him. They're clearing out the shower sites. They're saddling up for a P4 hill rotation, and it might be a massive one now. We can see the rotation has paid off. Point's going to be opened up, and Nova, they're going to disperse across the map. It's Creed trying to make something happen on the front end. He's trying to get that spawn control. He might do it. No, he is not. It is going to be Marvel shutting him down before the push even comes, or was it Grizz? I couldn't even tell. It's a sea of blue on the left-hand side of the screen, Day.
Yep, you are absolutely right. Nova are struggling against Animus right now. And, you know, I say that, it's a very, very close game. It certainly has not been a struggle. It's just been some solid COD mobile to come through. Right now, your top frag is going to be Grizz. He's 37 kills.
Oh, he's
37
fired,
and
baby.
18, double positive. He's got 100+ seconds on the hill. He is doing the Lord's work for the side of Animus right now, and they are starting to extend that lead. They've crossed 220. They could close things out on next if they're able to make a rotation on over. They had a pretty solid P2 rotation, but P1 was definitely more in favor of Nova last time around. We've got a Predator missile coming through. Not really going to get too much, but does take down Creed. And with only 17 seconds to go, can Animus take the first map off of Nova this season?
Well, this is possibly going to be the case. Saturn's going to pop the streak. The cluster is a little premature, but they're trying to maintain the rotation. Obviously, you can see the hill's going to be hot. Grizz, the madman, is going to be collecting the objective time. He's sitting on 120 seconds, contested or not, nonetheless. Here comes the troops from Nova. They have yet to give up now. This is the biggest lead we've seen so far. It's 60-plus points. Slowly but surely, Nova are reeling it back in, but this is a big hill. I don't know if Inferno was AFK or not, but I'm looking at his perspective. It looks like he's just got to sit and stagnant. Thought he was holding an angle, but sure enough, it's not. It's a 4-man push. They're able to extend the game for the time being, but Animus, brute force push right through the middle of the map. They're going to be able to get the points needed to necessarily close it out. That is going to do it. Last hope there for Nova is going to come down to that last player being standing, and it ain't going to happen. Animus coming through. Looking at it, though, it's a 4v5. I don't know how long Inferno had been sitting there. It might have been something I missed with Grizz popping off the way he was and Narcs picking up a ton of kills along the way, too. And cannot forget the madman Drari. Overall, collective effort, 40 on board for Grizz, 31 for Drari, 28 for Marvel, 24 for Narcs. On the flip side of things, you got a struggling Nova and a 17 and 29 Inferno who might have been AFK for a majority of the last few hills.
He definitely looked AFK towards the end there, but he was not AFK all game by any means, and that was a close one. Maybe it did give a little bit of an edge over to the side of Animus towards the end, but you know what? That is just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, and Animus are going to take off the first map from Nova this season. And Animus, they're an incredible search and destroy team. They could be looking to close things out in 2-0 fashion, but you can't count Nova out. They are a well-rounded team that performs well in hardpoint, perform well in search, and they perform well in the controls as well. So if we get a game 3, it would certainly be interesting. But man, this has been a great day for European COD Mobile.
It is, absolutely. We've had some bangers already on our hands now. It's that search and destroy that we're going to see on Raid be the deciding factor if we see a game 3 in this one or not. Nova started strong, finished cold, and a hot finish there. More importantly, Grizz, man, when that madman is on, bro, it is so hard to stop him. He had one point where it was just, I mean, the 3-piece of the Predator missile was enough for me. You saw 2, I saw 3, and surely enough, I saw the feed. No, I saw the feed. It was 3 from the Predator, and he killed one right before the Predator popped. That was 4 altogether. It was nasty, dude. Oh, yeah, we're going back. We're going to go back and clip it. That one's going to be in the next intro, I promise you. Just a devastating blow to Nova, and right now they got to collect the pieces. They got to put on the search or destroy, and what a better map to do it on in Raid. I think this is one of their best maps to play in respawns, the hardpoints, the controls. We'll see if the search is alike now. As we're getting geared up for it. We did get denied VC listed-ins, not that we were going to do it for Search and Destroy, but couldn't get a chance to do it because we can't. Oop, wrong map being played. Thank you for correcting that. There we go. Raid. Hollywood Hills. Here we come, baby.
All right, well, this is a big one. Nova, are they going to be defeated, or are they going to find a way to push us into Game 3? If we get to a Game 3, I honestly would definitely give the edge to the side of Nova. But this Search and Destroy is an absolute toss-up, especially if Inferno is having connection issues. We're not entirely sure there, but we'll kind of monitor it. We'll be a little bit more on top of seeing if he is AFK at all, but as expected, the first round, oh my goodness, absolutely disgusting performance out of the side of Animus, and they're going to pick up that first round in, what, 24 seconds?
Yeah, that was quick, bro. I mean, the B push, not there. Narcs wins a massive gunfight in the middle of the kitchen, and I thought he was surely dead. Inferno got that first blood on Grizz, but he goes for granted. He overextends, tries to get Narcs as well with it. The greed does not pay off. Now here comes the hit. It's going to be Saturn's through the front. Inferno taking heat from the back. He's trying to make the rotation through, and Narcs might be able to catch him off guard again in this kitchen site. Bomb's going to be hopped real quick. And up top, you've got Grizz putting in some work. Marvel taking some shots through Laundry. The control looks seemingly possible for Nova, but it is falling apart. It's all on Saturn's. It's a 1v4. The bomb's been planted. He's trying to get some shots off, but he has been griefed from each and every angle. Drari finally going to end his reign of terror. And 2 rounds solid. The body shots to come along with it. Drari, you got no kills. Continue to shoot those bodies, though, bro. Continue. I love it. Keep it up.
All right, well, the 2-0 lead coming through for the side of Animus right now. You definitely got to be proud of them. They're up against, you know, what is considered to be the strongest team in all of Europe, right? You know, now granted, I think these two teams are very rivaling in strength. When it comes down to that big factor that you and I talk about every single week, it's consistency, and Nova have been that number one. So we'll see as things continue to roll what we have pulling through here, but this is looking like a big bounce back round right now for the side of Nova. You've got Creed and Saturn's rocking the tectonic profile picture, channeling their inner tech, and you know, I think that's a strong suit, right? No, of course not. These players are goated in their own right. They ain't copying nobody. It's just a hilarious picture. So
yeah. Well, Marvel, he's stunned right here. Could be dead to rights if the push comes to shove. Topside Laundry, the bomb's right behind him. Creed gonna try his hand. The luck, not needed. Better to be good right there in that instance, and he was just better. Grizz now looking for the 1v3 clutch. The shot's gonna give away his location, and that is not what you wanted to do. A little premature on the shots. Now here comes the push from Creed. He's been money, but Inferno is going to be able to get credit for that one. And finally around for Nova to get right back on board. This is a pivotal moment for them. You can't allow 3 rounds solid, especially against a team that is so damn good in Search and Destroy. Animus, you're talking about mastering the craft. Search and Destroy has been, I mean, hit almost 99% of the time.
well, this is going to be a great series. I'm absolutely praying on a game at 3 here, verdict between these two teams. This is, I think, the matchup that everybody has been waiting all season for. So I'm on board. Hopefully you're right there with me that, you know, we're looking for control. It's not rooting against Animus. It's not rooting for Nova. It's not rooting against Nova or for it. You know, it's just, this is a stage 4 championship match here. Right?
Yeah. I mean, we had one stage 4 preview match already go the distance today. We need a double dose of stage 4 game 3
like
live.
A finals match.
This is like Ali and Tyson getting in the ring, bro. I mean, look, that never happened, but we're getting it here, right? So, I mean, the caliber of this is like Tribe and Cygnus when you put it in EU terms. You know, when you're talking about two of the best teams from each region, obviously these two teams have been rivals for the longest. They have gone back and forth. Nova's probably gotten the better of the trade, but as far as like stage 5, a majority of this Animus squad was one stamina, and I think they hold that little bit. Wow, that's a lot of bit, actually. That's a lot of bit of money, too. That lot of bit of bragging right now, we're fighting in a best of 3, and not only is it going to give you positional rank, but it's also going to give you a little bit of bragging right to go along with it. Now, Spy Inferno looking to collect another round for themselves, but Marvel looking to play spoiler from the top of the sniper perch. It is only Spy left, and he knows what angles he has to cover Unfortunately for Marvel, he's going to hop right out of the perch and right into the lap of Spy. 2 rounds in a row, Nova collect the pieces. They slow the pace down and the intensity. They make the big brain plays. They get the reads. They get the round.
Destroy the objective.
All right, well, all tied up 2-2. Nova not going down without a fight. You know, that's exactly what we expect out of this team. Inferno might be having some of those connection issues again. We see him AFK in spawn right now, so I'm not entirely sure that's what's going on, but, well, it certainly looks like it right now. So we'll see if he's able to get it together. Obviously, we want to see these two teams at their best for this matchup. We don't want to see someone win a match because someone's AFK, but that is unfortunately not something you can always guarantee. Inferno does get his stuff together, finds one onto Grizz. Now pushing up. It's 3 for none in favor of Nova. Delia finally able to answer back, but he's got players pushing him from all angles at this point. Oh, man, that was... Camera angle on that almost hurt my eyes.
How did he get that high up? I mean, I haven't seen some of the videos of people posting clips and people just jump super high. I don't know if that was one of those instances. I've seen it from my perspective and other players' perspective, but I've never seen it from the player jumping. I am assuming that's what that was. But it is 3 rounds solid. Nova might have been down in the first 2 rounds, but they have gotten back up and punched Animus right in the jaw 3 times. Back to back to back. They have taken the advantage. They've got the clear one here now, but Creed dropping. He's been money all day. We'll see him back next round. One thing I will keep note of is Drari has killless through 5 rounds. This is the 6th. He needs to get his stuff together. We're talking about Inferno having connection issues. I think player that's not necessarily having their day in this particular game could definitely hinder a performance as well. So we'll see how it pans out. Now he is going to continue to get griefed, and it is Inferno. The connection might not have been strong earlier, but it was connecting those shots that happened. Marvel is literally 1 shot. The bomb's going to go down. Do not over pursue. There it goes. The nades, the lethals, the throwables, all out. Marvel going to re-peek the angle. He's looking to get the shots to land, but just not having success, and neither is his teammate. Snark's going to get oust. Delia and Marvel now left in a 2v4. They got 30 seconds on the clock, day.
All right, well, Delia looking for a kill here, but can't quite win the gunfight with Inferno. Fortunately for him, Marvel's here for the refrag, but left alone in a 1 versus 3 with only 15 seconds left is just not doable, and Spy's going to pick up the free one on Marvel, rounding the corner, and that is going to be a big round win for the side of Nova. What started off as a great ball rolling for the side of Animus has quickly fallen apart, and that's a little bit unfortunate for them, but you know what? That is unfortunately just the reality sometimes, and now as we continue to rock, we've got to see Animus find that life once again and try to push this series a little bit further on, because again, you do not want to go into that control against Nova.
No, you don't. You need to close it out here. I think opening the floodgates for a game 3 certainly is going to be just something that you don't want to see. Grizz doing it with the nades. Drari's still going to be killless another round, 7 deep. Bombs planted. We got a 4v4. The retake looking pretty immaculate here. Spy can get down the... How the hell did he get down the stairs without anybody doing anything? Grizz right here. Gonna be able to get 1, but it's not enough. It's Spy gonna be able to get the full control. 2v2 style. Spy doing it with the KSP and the Deagle. The shots, though, they need to be crisp. He's got 20 seconds, and Marvel's not giving him anything to work with, but here comes the push. The hit is in, and it is all good. The shots, the bodies, they have dropped. Spy's gonna be able to get this with plenty of time, and that is going to push Nova that much closer to a map point in a game mode where we anticipated Animus to bring the heat, and right now, they are looking ice cold.
Yeah, that's pretty rough for it, because Animus started absolutely frying, and, well, it has turned around quick, and Nova is one of those teams that the longer a series goes on, the stronger they perform, and I think that's one of the things that is really a benefit to them for some of the stages moving forward. And it's not necessarily that they actually perform stronger later in the series, they just keep their A game around longer than a lot of other teams do, so that is absolutely a huge factor in this matchup. We have a 2-for-1 trade for the side of Nova. The bomb plant does come through early. Narcs finally able to get a pick on to Neil here. That's a big one to take down. Even if Neil's only on 2 and 6, we know what kind of a threat.
Oh, Narcs!
Oh, finds another.
Almost connects to the other one. There's going to be Creed, though. Marvel's got his back. It's a 1v1 day. 20 seconds on the clock. Intensity at an all-time high. Last round, similar scenario. Saturn's, though, is in the driver's seat. He's looking for the push. Is it going to be a free one? The movement can't save Marvel, and that's going to be map point now. Another round clutched. A 1v1 intense. And Animus just can't handle the Nova pressure, and Saturn's delivering the last blow. The shots in the air. Nova up 6-2. Is there a shot in the world that Animus are going to be able to bounce back from this? Several times in a row, we've seen them push towards this A site, find success early on getting the plant, but the holds have not been firm. They have been falling apart along the way. I'm thinking now is a better time than ever. You should have probably played for picks last round and maybe tried to play for a few information, but with the way Creed and Saturns are pushing up, I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, Saturn's definitely hearing players to his right. Might get the free kill onto Narcs here if Narcs peeks on up. We do have Marvel right here as well, but 2 snipers pushing this corridor right now is not ideal. KSP in hand. Free kill comes through for Saturn. Did have Marvel pushing on up, but rotates right into Spy, and that's going to be pretty unfortunate. The 3-for-1 trade in favor of Nova, and in convincing fashion, Verdict. This one is, at least right now, looking like a 7-2 victory, as Girari going to be the last alive. He picks up 1, but he's got Marvel or Neil dropping on him right now. Going to be the final kill. 7-2. Nova get clowned the first 2 rounds and then find 7 in a row. What a performance to bounce back from that hard point.
No, that was a hell of a way to do it. I mean, we see this same scenario. You know, Cold and AxiByte. I don't remember if it was Tuesday or Thursday. We had a flip scenario where Cold win the hard point, and then AxiByte just absolutely destroy them in the search to destroy. And this is, you know, we saw the hard point. It could have gone Nova's way, but Animus pulling just everything out of the book to make it happen. And then we get into the search or destroy, where they have been, I mean, untouchable for the past few seasons. They get absolutely destroyed, broken down. Everything was just played so perfectly. And then here comes Inferno, who's having connection issues. He drops 9. This wasn't a high kill game for Nova. It was just a well-played one. And they found a way to outmaneuver the snipers. They found a way to outplay the snipers when it came down to those 1v1 situations. And a hell of a way to take it at game 3. Now, we're looking at Control. And I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't seen these two play Control together. I'm excited to jump into the ring with them. Well, not me in particular. I'll die 10 times off the bat, and then I'll just be sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah, the competition you had to face in the Pro Showdown was nothing like Animus or
So-
Nova. That is for sure. I think you'd be lucky to get more than 3 kills if you played against one of these teams, if you want me to be honest with you.
Oh,
man.
bro, come on, I'm better than that, man. Come on.
Yo, do you remember a couple showdowns ago I had to go to Twitter with the picture where I cropped in the bushes in front of you on Summit? That'd be you all over again, trying to get a kill on these players.
I got a kill though, didn't I?
Probably still turn on
Yeah.
you.
No. Yeah, probably so. I mean, no pain, no party, right? All right, well, 2 back-to-back
no
stage
money.
4 previews. Making it to that game 3. We've got a little bit of a treat on our hands. I didn't think we were going to be this spoiled today. Animus not able to close it out in the search and destroy. As a matter of fact, they didn't find any success past that second round. Luckily for Drawer, he did drop that first kill, but it wasn't that last round. He gets insta-thirsted afterward. It's a pivotal moment here. We got Control, we got Standoff. This is OG map on a new game mode that's not very optimized, but I have enjoyed seeing it so far. We're going to go ahead and get geared up for that. And this Stage 4 preview, obviously, Stage 4, you're going to have best of 5. Obviously, you're going to be playing for the long run. I mean, if this was a best of 5, I could see this one going very well to a 5th map.
Absolutely. But you know what? We're here in game 3 this time around, and, well, it is going to be up to Animus to try to shut down Nova. They've been the only team to take a map off of them. they could be looking to be the only team to take a series as well. Nova, you know these guys. You know, we hype them up every single week, and I don't think we can short them here either. But as we get into this one, no first blood yet. Durari takes quite a bit of damage from behind, however, and is now starting to push up, looking to get into possibly a head glitch potential on boxes here. Gonna get a free one onto Inferno. Gets the turn, can't take down Spy, so he's gonna lose out on that opportunity to push up. And a couple extra kills come through for Nova. They now lead by 4.
They do. Cthilia wins a big gunfight in the back alley, and Grizz playing his life in bottom grannies. He's going to get shut down. The kills are racking up, and Nova are standing strong. 3 life advantage. No map control here for Animus. Not a chance they may get out of the spawn at this rate, but Marvel trying to clear the path. Looking for those shots from the top side of the red tractor in the back. Well, guess what? Red like a book. Inferno going to be able to pick up his 4th, and he is looking pretty damn good since the reconnection issues he had since map 1. He had a little bit of that in the Search and Destroy, but, I mean, look at it, bro. He has found a way to get a little bit of control right here on this red tractor side himself. We'll see if he plays spoiler and more now. There's no progress on A, no progress on B. Animus are at a standstill, and this one is just not looking good off the rip for Animus.
You're absolutely right. They are down 8 lives right now, and this is definitely a map where the defense is stronger. But again, if you are able to make that break into B as the offense, you can use the head glitch to your potential, and you can really funnel your opponents out. A big score, or sorry, not score streak. A big operator on this map, especially when you're on the offensive side, can be that gravity vortex. We're not going to see that in play right now. We've got Annihilators across the board with the exception of Inferno, who is sticking tried and true to that Tempest that he, for some reason, loves so much.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, Goliath could be a big factor in a map like this. If you don't have anything to neutralize it, I mean, of course you got Annihilators available. They're out to play, but if there's nothing available and you've got old trusty tried and true Tempest, you know, I'm trying to make excuses. I don't know. He's a weirdo for wanting to use it, but it works for him, and it looks good. He makes it look good. It makes it look viable for other people, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, chat, if you do not know how to use the Tempest like he does, you're not going to get maximum value out of it like he does. Right now, the life advantage slowly coming to a draw. The map control here for Animus looks pretty solid. They've got control over A. You've got the Gutties hot finally for Cthilia. They shut down the pushes. Nova are dropping like flies, and right now they're trying to get a little creative. The back alley push is not going to be coming through. Marvel holding the mid lane of the map, and a little bit of a struggle bus here for Nova right now, but 3 coming to feed quickly. We'll see if they'll be able to capitalize on those bodies dropping.
Well, this is a much closer round than we had last round, so Nova obviously put the hurt on Animus for their defense, and now, as we're looking at this round, looking like we're going to possibly have the same outcome, but we do have one player up on B. That's Neil. He's looking to play this angle. You've got Spy coming in, looking to play the heady with the KSP. And this is dangerous territory for the side of Animus. If you're going to give up a point, you want it to be A, not B. And with 2 ticks coming through for the side of Nova, they could be looking to pick up an offensive round win here. We got streaks coming through. Grizz makes the break onto one. Durari makes onto another, but get taken down by Creed. Annihilator in hand, looking for that final tick to come through. He's going to get it, and now with a minute 20 and a 3 life advantage, we could be looking at Nova taking a round win here. We've got a drone and a cluster coming through for Neil. That could almost certainly guarantee them the win, but they've got the 3 life advantage right now, and they are not looking to waste streaks. They want to just completely hold Animus back on this next matchup, not allow them to make a stop on their push. Saturn's able to pick up 1. Spy kills himself. I'm not sure with what, but... Oh. Close game.
Okay. Close game. It's 1-2. Spy needs to play the heady well, and he does. It's 1-for-1 now. 1 player in dangerous territory still, and that's Neil. 1 player also in Grizz, who's literally in the top side of blue. And I think they know it. This is a problem. The spawns are repped. Spy gonna get the kill. That is 2 rounds in a row. Nova continuing to grief Animus, and we said, if you're an Animus fan, you don't want to see this control. And why? It came down to a 1v1. And it was on the attack. and you've sold the bag. Right now, Nova are holding the advantage. It is clear. They got the defense. They only need one more round, and right now, with the way that Animus are playing, they need to go big or go home because it just hasn't been very convincing outside of that hard point. The Surge was mid. The Control right now, they have yet to strike first. They have been griefed continuously since that Search and Destroy. They need a breakout player, and Marvel's looking to be it.
All right, well, this is looking really, really good for the side of Nova right now. They have a distinct advantage, and you've got to see not only a offensive round come through here for the side of Animus, but you've also got to follow it up with a defensive round, and then another offensive round on top of that if they want to bring this one back. Is it possible? Absolutely, but with the tools that we have in favor of Nova, we've got another drone available in Saturn's pocket as well. We've got a 10 life advantage. The cluster comes through and finds 2, and this is why I hate Control. Animus are just absolutely stuck getting farmed by this cluster strike. I mean, that, I hate it. I hate it.
We've taken the lead.
And this map in particular is probably one of the worst. This and
This
firing
map
range.
and raid. And firing range, yeah.
No, raid is not really that. It's not that bad for spawn control. Here,
Same position. If there's not an enemy in that little cubby on the backside, you spawn there even if there's a cluster strike. And
Slums has trend. Look, I think Slums is probably the most improved with spawn controls. Right now, it's not. Yeah, 2 lives left. It ain't even gonna matter. Time's gonna expire. This was a brutal one for Animus, but Nova, they stand strong. They take the advantage. They take the bragging rights. They take the series. That Control 3-0 rocked and rolled. Nova, they have to win the search, and boy, did they put on a show. Animus, you fell shy this time. You're still the returning champs, and you still got a chance at finishing in that top 2 spot. I think that's pretty set in stone. You took 5 off of this one, which was, I think, all you needed to do. You set yourself up proper. Now you have to do the remainder of the season and then the playoffs, but stage 4 more importantly. Right now we're taking a look at it. 21 for Spy, man, was hitting some, I mean, with those drones up in the air, just ridiculous wall bangs.
yeah, I would say the 2 teams, or rather one for each region that has really like locked down the coordination with drones has been Nova for Europe and Tribe for North America. And I would even say for LATAM, you've seen Cygnus really pick up the coordination on the drone pushes as well. So I think that's going to be a key factor. It's kind of a micro UAV. It doesn't give you like that constant ping, but it gives you basically legal wall hacks.
Exactly.
You know, with the Annihilator in play, that is an absolutely huge factor. And, you know, Nova come through with a strong performance here. You got Spy coming through, top frag with 21, Neil with 20, 18 for Saturn, 17 for Inferno, and 13 for Creed. Look over at the opposition. You had 15 for Marvel, but you're only 2 ahead of the bottom frag of Nova at that point. Cathelia's +1 over Creed, and then you've got Durari tied up, Grizz down 1, and Narcs only able to pull through 7 kills into that. Control was definitely a little bit rough, definitely held Nova back a little bit in this particular instance. This isn't common for Narcs, right? We're not bashing Narcs here, but in this matchup on this day, Nova were just the stronger team, and it was convincingly so in the Control.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We're going to take it back to the hostess, Deanna. We are ready to hear it. That one was excellent. We got our taste of the Control, but boy, did we bite off a little bit more we can chew. Animus. Standoff is not it. Wow.
They did amazing in the hardpoint. It was actually very nice to watch it. Obviously, I was keep watching Chris because he was like running around like he does most of the times, and he was the top frag. I didn't want to mention that, and he had the most time on the OBJ too. He had almost 2 minutes, 1 minute 47. Coming into the SND again, we did saw Animus getting the first 2 rounds, and then Nova just came in and took 7. So that was brutal, as you guys said. And the Control, yeah, Nova stayed strong and took the advantage, and they just won. That was amazing. I was not expecting to be that not close Control one, but it was a great matchup. was a great matchup. And yeah, I'm actually very happy that I had a chance to be here and see it, you know, on a first hand before the others, you know. I'm just joking.
Hey, there we go. I mean, you got to see it firsthand. We got to enjoy it. Didn't get the chance to listen to the comms. We respect the fact that teams are getting prepped for stage 4. That is right around the corner. I just released a video. I'll go ahead and drop the link in chat. I'll let everybody, you know, kind of get an idea of what to expect for stage 4. It's a little bit of a brief, and I don't want to shamelessly plug my video, but I mean, it is my channel, so you guys
Shamelessly plug it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shamelessly plug it away. But Deanna, we still got one more series on our hand.
Yeah, we do have Light versus Prometheus, but in the meantime, we're gonna take a short break and we're gonna hear a word from our sponsor.
Welcome to New Vision City, a city built upon innovation. You and Atlas, building the promise of tomorrow. Target を捕捉。位置を確認して。行くわよ。
Welcome back, guys. We did have a short break, obviously. Again, the teams actually joined very fast in the lobby, but we did needed a break after the third game that was Animus against Nova. If you actually missed it, Verdi gonna put it on his YouTube channel later on today, or you can actually check it here on Trovo if you have a sub. But we are here for the last game of tonight. It's gonna be Light versus Prometheus. But talking about this very quick, I need to say something about Apophis and Cold. We should have the 5th game, but off stream, obviously, because it's the 5th game. So Apophis actually forfeit, and Cold got to 20 points tonight. So yeah, coming back to Light versus Prometheus. Verdict, what are your predictions about this game?
I think this one's, anybody's up for grabs. Obviously, Light stands strong with the points, but Prometheus have been on the comeback for their majority of the season. They were pointless. Right now, they're just trying to, get some practice in before stage 4. Obviously, they've got a chance to make something happen here. I still think Light are going to come through and take this one. Not with a bit of an ease. I think Prometheus is going to put up a fight, but I think it's going to be close in the hard point. When we get into that search and destroy, I think that's where things are going to get out of hand.
How about you, Dave?
I think that's a pretty bold statement. I don't think there's a reality in the coming weeks that we see Prometheus really bounce back. This was a strong roster during Stage 3, but they got pretty crippled with the roster changes this season. Now, that's not to say that this isn't a strong team. We got Gracie, we got Zed, we got Mari, we got Patron, and we got Brixta. You look over at the opposition, and you've got Fury, Feints, Marky, General Gore, and quite possibly the worst search and destroy player I've ever seen in my life. So, no, I'm just kidding, guys.
Oh, I love it when shots are fired, bro. You get me ready to rock.
So yeah, I do see both teams are in the lobby, almost ready. So I'm gonna go over the maps very fast. We do have a hardpoint on Summit, followed by an S&D on Firing Range, and if you're gonna get a third game, it's gonna be a Control on Standoff. We do have Sparrow and Purifier Band, and also Slums and Hacienda.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and head on over. It's going to be a flurry of action coming through. And I'm not just talking about the snow that's coming down in Summit. It is going to be the shots crispy here. Summit now, hardpoint. Day, I know we mentioned that, I mentioned that it's going to be a close one here, but you also mentioned the fact that Prometheus has struggled with roster crippling and, making those necessary moves right before the next stage happens. Well, Light took a big hit. They lost 2 of their biggest hitters in Slayer and Balance, and they've got to just continue to rock and roll. I think that this team has a lot of potential to put up some solid efforts, but again, losing players like that can be very, very detrimental to your overall success. Right now, they've taken it with a little bit, of a chip on their shoulder. Like, they're playing a little bit stronger, a little bit, more collectively towards the end, and Viri coming through. Gore coming through. I think that this team has every bit of a shot, just as like the rest.
Yeah, definitely gotta agree with you. We've got a 25-point lead for the side of Light right now, and they are not looking to slow down. They have angles covered left and right inside here. It does look like we're gonna lose out on Marky, but General Gore has worked himself up to a Predator missile already. He's got a drone and a Hunter Killer to go with it, so those are pretty reasonable streaks for this map. I actually prefer you to run lower streaks on this map because I don't realistically think a cluster gets a ton of value on Summit because there's so much that's inside. It's more of a zoning tool than anything else. But the Goliaths are if you're going to run a high streak, the Goliath definitely got to be it. And I mean, you get one of these inside of the building, you can be looking for a really big hole there. As we get into P2, we're getting a little bit of time on board for the side of Prometheus, but not a ton yet. Feint's going to come through with 1. Hez finds another. Rocking the R90, and this is definitely a good map to use it on. He's got 5 kills on the board right now, but it's General Gore leading the lobby 10-4. Homie's been crying.
10-4 for General Gore, but Gracie, he's going to slip his way right into this P2 catwalk and close the gap. Now 20 seconds left for grab. Marky trying to get the collapse. They're trying to get the spawns bunker down for P3. And Hez with the R90 in hand. He's going to be dead to rights. Zed Big kill right there, and that might be massive. Prometheus might have been slow to start, but they are certainly looking to make this comeback now as P3 is open for business in about 7 seconds. They're all over the hill. They're all over the spawns, and it's all up to Feints and squad of Light to make something happen here. Big kill on the backside. The Anchor's taken down, and this might be a way for them to slide through. As you see Feints trying to ease on past, trying to play a little bit of manipulation towards the spawn side, but it ain't going to happen. It is going to be Prometheus locked and loaded right here in P3. They're going to take the advantage, and right now we've got a close one in the lead, just transferring over in the Prometheus and Light, kind of in a little bit of a struggle.
Yep, you are absolutely right, and Hez getting gunned down there. A lot of gunfights actually going in favor of Zed right now. He's only got a combo 5, but they're all on hill points, and that is going to give him a Goliath in pocket along with a drone. He already called in the Pred. General Gore still got that drone of his own, but we talked about how strong a Goliath can be if you get it in on a point here. Drone is called in. I'm not entirely sure about that shot, Zed. That one's pretty solid for some information, but really got to be looking in for the point at this point.
Oh,
Looks like they get the clear out, though. Mari going to make good use. Gets 3 in the feed. Zed, no way you turn on Vera here. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Zed, you're just disgusting with it. Marky, he can get the smoke, too. Hez finally able to pick up the slack there. Gets the trades, but the damage is dealt. Is done. P4 is sunk. And here comes a cluster here from Mari himself. He's got the hill occupied, and he's got the spawns bunkered down. This is certainly a very, very interesting call, but hell, when you're able to take the lead and run away with it, why even give your opponents a little bit of hope? Certainly, now it's going to be the Predator missile. He's looking for anybody and everybody. It is going to be Feints dropped. And Mari on a bit of a tear right now. He's sitting on 13. We talked about Gore popping off early on. Homie has literally only gotten 3 kills in the past 2 hill rotations. That is a tough way to go. And, I mean, after P1, Light have been mid after that. They have put up 20 points since then.
Yikes. Verdict said y'all are mid. Oh, my goodness. The disrespect that you just put on their name, absolutely insane, man. Absolutely.
That should be like a doctor of disrespect, right? Yeah.
All right, well, at least we're not on a platform that his name shall not be mentioned.
He's not Voldemort, bro. He's just a man with a caterpillar mustache.
He's worse. He's worse.
You're right. He's a doctor.
Yeah. All right, well, Zed coming through with kill number 16 there. Still got the Goliath in pocket. If I had to guess, he's probably going to be looking for a P3 hold with that Goliath. And I got to say, Prometheus are actually having one hell of a hard point here. And with a, the fact that they started off with basically 0 points on P1, the fact that they bounced back so quickly is definitely huge for them. And I don't know, the R9 just not feeling as consistent as it used to be. Did it get nerfed this update?
I want to say it did. I think Vague made it a mention of it a few days back on one of his streams. It was probably like a week ago. He said once he ADS, it's over, bro. He's got a hipfire, and the hipfire spread just hasn't been there. I mean, I know on a map like this, it's all chaos and pandemonium all the time. The amount of interactions, the KSP though has been very superior. Hell, even the Mac 10, I saw Brixa struggling very, very much with that Mag 10 earlier on. Right now, she's opted to rock the KSP, and that's for the right reasons. The 5 stack of KSPs on the left-hand side of the screen. It's a 5 stack of KSPs now. I think he's still got the R90. And this may be where, things start to slip out of control. I mean, you're looking at, oh, God, a brutal, greasy Grav Vortex. Luckily, he doesn't suck himself through the holes of oblivion, but it is going to be Zed on the point. I think that's where the decision right there. You got to be able to adapt, and Hez, just like Melt, you got to be fluent with other guns.
I would say I got to agree with you on that one. I mean, I think Hez is a bit better than Melk in that aspect, but
Oh, no. Well, yeah. But as far as like shotgunners go, I think Melk's like one of the best in EU, and I think Grizz will come and attest to that. I think he's one of the more highly underrated players as far as shotgunners go, and obviously we don't give him enough credit because They don't deserve it. The shotgunners, bro. Let's be real.
Shotgunners are toxic, man.
you get the picture, right?
Oh, of course. Absolutely, of course. But you know what? That is neither here nor there because this game is rolling on. Hez has 18 on board, but top frag of the lobby is going to be Mari, who's coming through on a 26 and 14. You've also got Patron on 25 and Greasy Gracie on 23. So the top three players on the side of Prometheus are out fragging everybody on the side of Light right now. And I got to say, Light have had a little bit more of an underwhelming performance than I expected to see. So hoping to see them bounce back. I definitely think the search will be a little bit stronger for them. But I certainly would have expected them to be a little bit more consistent here in the
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there. You're talking as if this game's over. It's just getting started, Dave.
It's not.
Look, it's a 30-point gap. They've reeled it in. The bad thing though for them is they didn't get the rotation over to P4. They couldn't deal with the pest that is Mari. He played his eye to his fullest, and the Predator missile goes. Oh my, Hez, the jump shot. R9 starting to get a little hot, but. Is it a day late and a dollar short now as the hill's been open for 15 seconds? Zed absolutely sends Marky back to the lobby. I don't know, bro. I don't know how those shots don't hit. And right now, Light are struggling to keep the dream alive. And you guys think maybe this one is over. Maybe I did overstep my boundary. I tried to shut you down and say, hey, you know what? Light are still in this. But this P4 rotation has been a lockdown, and it's been Prometheus all over it.
Yeah, you are right. In Prometheus, they are coming through with a fire in game one here. You've got Greasy Gracie all the way up on 30 kills with over 100 seconds of hill time as well. And they are looking to close out this first game with a victory, guarantee themselves some points on the board. And, you know, they've got a little bit of diversity in their operators as well, which is big for them. They've got 2 gravity vortexes, which again I think might be a little bit much, but you know what? It's obviously been working out for them. They've only got 27 points to go to lock this down. We've got the Goliath in here for Greasy Gracie. We've even got one in pocket still for this for Zed. And this is not looking good for Light right now.
No, it's not. They're saving that other Goliath for a rainy day, but they're hoping that this Goliath serves its purpose and closes this one out. They don't even want to see a P2, and they got plenty of time to close it out with Gore in the drone. He's trying to get some shots on it, trying to decrease that life inch by inch, and finally he's about half health, but Greasy has done the work necessary. 33 on board, 127 seconds and counting on the objective. There's nobody in sight and no way of taking this thing down. They push one by one, they all fall. Everything is crumble and Light not able to get back into the driver's seat. I said it was going to be close, and I said Light was going to take it, but boy, was I wrong.
I'm right there with you, dude. That's why I was saying I expected Light to be a bit more ahead in that matchup. So for them to come through and lose in the hard point, definitely a little shocked. I mean, we knew that Prometheus was a strong respawn team, but I didn't expect them to come through, and I don't necessarily want to say it was convincing, but it was certainly not a bad performance coming through. About 75 points ahead of their opponents. You had Mare, Patron, and Gracie were absolutely frying. You had Zed up on 27 as well. Definitely a slower game for Brixta. Her and Marky tied for bottom frag for this matchup. But you know what? I certainly expect them to turn up in the Search and Destroy, especially Marky. He's been my player to watch for this team for a couple weeks in a row now. This dude hits some nasty shots in Search and Destroy. I'm not quite going to put him on like a Marvel level.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's definitely made a name for himself when it comes to sniping in the scene. And this dude ain't scared to put up numbers with secondaries as well. We've seen him come through with deagle shots. We've seen him come through with boxing gloves. And, you know, he's just been an absolutely cornerstone piece of this team when it comes to Search.
All right, well, we're going to have to find out. We're getting geared up for it. It is all or nothing here for Light. They've got the points, though, that put them in a pretty good position in the standings that they could take a blow here. But let's be real. This Prometheus team, clearly better in that hard point, clearly better on the rotations, clearly better on the holds. And Right now, we're talking about them trying, or Prometheus trying to, get out of the hole for the longest. I think, the efforts here are going to go unnoticed, but I think they're putting in work to possibly put a very well-rounded Stage 4 performance up. And they might be one of those sleeper teams that we can't overlook. I know there's only 3 spots available from EU, just like NA and LATAM. And I think they could very well creep right into a 3rd spot if they play their cards right. Right now, they're setting themselves for success. We'll see if they can close it out here 2-0 fashion. I know my boys over at Optic are getting geared up to play some CDL, and I actually have it in the background, I'm going to be honest with you. They're playing against these, and this is a series I do not want to miss, so I have never been the type to just say, hey, I need to see a 2-0 here, but right now I need to see a 2-0. Prometheus, put your money where your mouth is. Yeah,
wrap
2-0.
this ish up.
Yeah, wrap it up, B. Wrap it up. There we go. Fire and Rage, Search and Destroy. Potentially our last game of the night. And if you're a Optic fan, you're hoping it is. Maddock. I love watching Optic. I'm not a huge Optic fan. I love Scump. I love Shotzi. I love Ender. I love Dashy. I'm a huge fan of Bruce, but I'm going to be real with you. I am NYSL to the core. I love me some Crim 6, bro.
Enemy has dropped the bomb.
Exactly. What? There ain't no way you just said who to Crim 6.
Is that the dude that called my mom?
Yeah, that's the dude who called your mom on Mother's Day. I hope you did too.
Yeah. I gotta say, that is like one of the
most epic.
Ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
most epic.
Incredible. The balls.
He's the audacity, bro.
Giant
I mean,
balls on that.
Yeah, that guy has just grown into such a huge character in the scene. Right now, it's Gore and Faints. They're putting up shots, and you mentioned it, Light. They look pretty hot in Search and Destroy, and it is standing strong. Marky and Faints, they're going to combine for the shots. Faints was one shot, bro, and he absolutely obliterated them. 1 round, flawless almost there for the boys over at Light, and they're already starting this Search and Destroy off 10 times better than the Hardpoint went.
They have the bomb.
All right. Well, you know what? That's a solid round coming through. Obviously, we talked about this team just being super good in Search and Destroy with, hopefully having a better performance here today. But it has largely been Marky, has been absolutely nuts for this team. And General Gore, unfortunately, didn't get any information on the cross there, but as this bomb plant comes through out of Zed, we're certainly going to get that answer. And another player that has been really big with the sniper is Mari, coming through with the Kashka, but ends up getting a little bit greedy for a peek there and gets taken down by Gore. Now it's 2 versus 3 in favor of the side of Prometheus. Ooh, Gore taking shots from behind, gonna get dropped. Greasy Gracie
Lost that round.
through the R90 of his own. Picks up a free little kill.
Enemy has dropped
Okay,
the bomb.
you know what? I don't care if this match does go to a game 3. I'm looking at it. It's LA Thieves and not Optic. I saw Greed and I assumed it was Optic, and I forget Breach are in the league and they made it to the playoffs. So nobody care. I mean, I like Breach, but I mean, if it's not Optic, I really don't care. If it's not in Mayhem or NYSL, I really don't care. Right now, the shots through, it is going to be 2 down, make it 3, and bouncing back. Prometheus, they may have taken a little bit of a beating in round number 1, but they are delivering the beatings themselves. Hez now, you know what? We're just going to go to Viri, bro. He does play his life, is going to be able to escape, but Viri's actually AFK, so I guess we are going to go back to Hez. Okay, Deagle! Deagle action! You've got one in showers who's gonna get you if you don't get you, but it's all Viri. He's AFK. Homie, you're selling the bag right now. What are you doing? Are you eating? Oh, he's connecting. Oh, he was trying to text us. He was trying to text the girl. That's I can guarantee you that's what was happening. 15 seconds on the clock, 1v3, it's a scramble. I mean, what if he just sneaks by them and just goes for the defuse? Oh, pre-fire. Hey, I'm right here, homies, come get me. There it goes. Greasy's dead. Zed gets the revenge.
Lost that round.
2 rounds solid there for the squad of Prometheus.
Enemy has dropped the bomb. Bomb spotted.
All right, well, Prometheus, are they actually going to come through and pick up the 2-0 victory over Light? Vire still disconnected. That is I mean, that's not good. Oh, actually, looks like he's here. He's here. The legend. One of our favorite personalities in here is what I'm going to go with here. But you know what? Zed going to come through with the refrag. General Gore, however, takes down Patron. It's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Light. They could be looking to bring things back. Very obviously, here's multiple players to his right. One passed. And, you know what, Gracie, when you're pushing wood, you might want to be a little bit more careful on the Dead Silence deactivations there. Oh, Marky!
I caught it from...
Look, nice, but dang.
I caught it from the receiving end, bro. I didn't see the first one. That
I
was...
because I thought Marky was going to get fried coming on that quarter, but nope.
Nope.
Yikes.
Call an ambulance, not for Marky. Light striking back. We're tied right back up, and this thing is far from over. Hez holding down the fort on B. He's got a massive amount of players coming his way, and I don't know if he's going to be able to handle it. The pinch through the cubby site. He's going to get one. That was a free kill if I've ever seen one. Don't peek the window. Bricks is right there. Hops right into the lap, and Hez is popping off, baby. This is what we wanted to see a few days back. You've already got as many kills as you got in 25 rounds last week. Right now, you're sitting on 5, and a great way to bounce back here in this search and destroy. Hez holding down the fort. We'll praise you when you do right, bro. That was a very well executed B-hold. Much better than the A-hold.
Yeah, you can't have a bad day every day, especially at this level of competition, and yeah, we're not going to comment on that one. we're gonna just have that one.
There we go.
Going to find a literal frag on the Hez coming through, and should be a good opening, but General Gore is able to get a refrag, takes down Mari. Now looking at a 4 versus 4 with 40 seconds on the clock, 40 seconds or less on the clock. You can see that we're trying to get the jungle push out of Vera here. He's got the information that Brix is climbing up. Trophy system destroyed.
Uh-oh. Oh, the
Brix,
god tier. Look.
There.
Yeah, it was, but Faints had the nade right there. She's one shot. She manages to stay alive. Hitting some flicks. Shots are landing. They're hot. The bomb is going to be hopped. It is going to be Gore. Oh, baby. The tracing could have been right if it would have been on Gore, but nonetheless, Marky right there. Going to be able to shut her down. And now a clear advantage as we flip sides. We're going to give the defense here to Prometheus. In 3 rounds in a row, we've seen some dominant plays out of Light. And they are begging for a game number 3. Prometheus might have gotten the betters of the trades in the hard point, but the search and destroy looking pretty doable here for Light.
All right, well, you guys heard it. Some devious licks coming from some of these players right now. Is that what we're going with?
I don't know if we do devious anymore. I think that's like so 2021. Yeah.
Oh, 2021.
Yeah.
You know what? Fair enough. I forgot what you said, but something made me think of that, and you know, we were gonna roll with it, but then you know I was only here with half the information, but you know it was here with the full of something. That's Patron coming through with the full kill to close out the round. He's only got 2 on board, rocking the SKS. He's sitting on a 2 and 5. So if you're in this position, I might be saying, you know, let's switch over to a Kilo, let's switch over to a Peacekeeper, something that's a little bit more consistent, especially with the way he's been playing with it. But you know what? He's able to steal a kill from Greasy Gracie there, and, you know, that might be good enough. It's a 1-for-1 trade. You got Vera and Mari traded out, and now the bomb plant is looking to push on up. That's an aggressive angle to push. You at least take down 1. But
yes.
Marky
Patron!
Just as I talk bad about Patron, he comes through with a 3-piece. 4 kills that round.
Oh,
for
man.
Patron, absolutely huge.
Oh, man, just beaming him off the heady right there. That bomb, not safe spot. Patron getting hot. And we're going to see them drop 2 rounds in a row right here. Light looked pretty solid on the defense after taking a few rounds beaten. Now they are getting beaten themselves. We're all tied right back up twice in a row. They're striking. The kettle's hot. Zed is pushing like a madman. Marky can't retaliate. You're getting shot from where? You don't know. Watch the kill cam. He's right in your wheelhouse. Very all on his own. It's Gracie. Greasy as he can be. And Mari now looking to deal the damage. This is for the 5th round. The 3rd one in a row. And very content with hanging up top, man. There's only a matter of time before he has to push. He's got plenty of it to make something happen, though. So we're going to slow things down Very gonna be spotted. This is not a transition. Get out of the middle of the street, homie. Mari gonna shut you down. That was about as free as it gets. If you make that rotation, you know what? You called me out a few rounds ago, and I felt personally attacked. I'm not gonna tell him how to play the round, but there's no way you think that you're gonna be safe traveling across the middle of the lane and think that pushing into the spawn of your opponents is gonna be any better.
Yeah, you are absolutely right, Werdict, and you know what? We've got a lead now for the side of Prometheus, and, you know, maybe we gave them a little too... not enough credit, and, you know, gave Light too much, because right now, Prometheus, they're looking to close things out in 2. They don't even want to see that control come through. Patron, you know, homie, hopefully you didn't take my words too much to heart. It just was a slow start, but you've been popping off the past couple rounds with the SKS in hand, and now it's Marky last alive. He's got 7 on board, definitely one of the key players of this lineup, but man, this is not the performance I would have expected out of Feints. He's sitting on a 3 and 8 Feints.
Homie's playing, yeah, homie's playing on his toes right now. The bomb's planted, bold push up. A little bit of an awkward position. The knife swap doesn't matter. Oh, he got one. Brixa, don't line up. Play your life, wait for the retaliation. It's going to ego chow. That was bold as hell. Love it. Love the body shots that come along with it. Zed and Brixa, they combine for the 2-1, and Brixa is going to give them some more deagle and hand animated as hell. I actually love that skin. I need that one in my life. Where did you get it from? The shield breaker? Okay. You're breaking some shields. You're breaking some hearts. You are breaking the head of Marky, and surely he was looking like he was going to put on a little bit of a clinic and possibly a little bit of a show, but nonetheless... he does not. We are on match point day. We flipped, and everything for Light just went out the window. What in the hell? Did they need to find 6 rounds in a row on the fence before anything, you know, is said and done? They cannot put a sound strategy on attacking side. It just hasn't been there.
Well, Marky finds one onto Mari. Feints finds another, but Patron, man, he has popped off these past couple rounds. He does at least get one refrag onto Hez, but it's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Light. Light need to find 2 in a row just to be able to give us some overtime action here. Feints takes down Brixa, but Patron's right here for the refrag. Very gonna find Patron, but it's Zed pushing on up. 10 kills on board. Takes down Gore too. Just like that, it's a 1v1. Very, oh my goodness, bro. You gotta clutch this one up for the team, or it's gonna be a 2-0 in favor of Prometheus.
What the?
What? What the?
Look, he was trying to get creative. I love it. It was bold. It just didn't pay off. Zed gonna hop the bomb. He wasn't faking it right there. And guess what? Very called your bluff. A big boy push, a big boy kill, a big round for Light, a much needed one to keep this one alive. And the dream is certainly still up for grabs here. Light, stage 4 preview here against Prometheus. And this team has struggled since dropping, or not dropping, but losing 2 of their key players. And I think it's shown that they have struggled since. Patron putting on a clinic as he's found 11. Day, he heard your comments too, and he said, I take that personally. Right now, he's going to get dropped, but value's there. Zed's on 11. Mari sitting on 4, and Brixa looking to hold off this jungle side push. Hez right here with the Peacekeeper can change the game if he finds this kill. A little cheeky spot, but it's Brixa standing firm right here. Doesn't need the peek, waits for the numbers to come through, and sure enough, the defense looking solid here. You got a 2-2 split, one in the middle of the map. Technically, you could say it's a 1-1-2, but I think where Zed is a perfect position just in case.
And done.
All right, well, it's a 3 versus 4. Prometheus, they're on the cusp of putting the final nail in the coffin, and Brixa is looking for a potential snipe here. You can see Hez has switched over to the Peacekeeper, and like I said earlier, I think he's a little bit more versatile than Melk, at least to a degree. He loves to hang on to the R9, but if he needs to, he will make that opportunity to switch. So, a hit marker out of General Gore is not going to be good for them. That could have equalized things out. Fortunately, he doesn't get traded out himself, and now you can see Zed is pushed on up. He's playing on the sandbags here. Could be looking for a kill onto Viri if he hears him. The shot goes off. Viri's going to get dropped after taking down Gracie. We're looking at a 3 versus 2. Zed can't win the gunfight against Hez, but Mari is looking around the corner, looking for the kill. He's going to find Hez. Woo! Can't find the shot. Oh my goodness. It's all on General Gore at this point. He's up against Mari and Brixta.
It ain't happening.
There
No,
ain't no
he
time.
can't.
That's rough,
Ain't no
man.
time.
Oh, the two. Oh,
That was so close, man. I mean, you wait way too long. You hold wood as much as one can hold wood, and certainly not a way to go. 5-7. The momentum, it's halted. You only found one round successful on the attack. The defense, well, let's just say it was locked down. And when Patron is on, bro, he is a mad and hard man to stop. Certainly felt that in the coming rounds, and right now, love the little... Are you seeing this? Is this like an effect? I love this. The backgrounds change. Everything is different. It's Zed, the KSP-45. It's hot. I think I made fun and poked fun at him using the AS Val. Was he the player that used AS Val earlier in the season? I was like, bro, put that down. Put it down. You need help. I think he was. I want to say he was. And I know I picked and poked fun at Hez, but Hez stepped up. Obviously, Light not enough to carry on the show. Prometheus, they get the 2-0. Taking a look at the kill for 12 on board for Zed. 11 for Patron. He had, how many kills did he have? He had like 1 or 2 when you made that comment, right?
he was 2 and 6.
That's tough.
He
I mean,
was 2 and 6, and he brought it back big
bro,
time.
was frying.
He found 4 the next round.
Well, they making Day eat his words.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I like a big old word
sandwich. Good old word sandwich. All right, we're gonna head back to the host. Close this thing out. We've got the best in the business, right, Deanna? Yo, that series had potential to go to a game 3, but Prometheus, they put their absolute best foot forward, and there was nothing Light could do.
Oh yeah, indeed. I did enjoy watching, obviously, both games. The hardpoint was amazing. Light, even if Light started with lead, Prometheus jumped in and got a big lead and won. And they actually had 2 Goliaths, as you guys said. Once was not even used, but once was used, and they managed to actually win the hardpoint. And then coming into the S&D game, it was close, right? But then Prometheus come and took the 2-0 win that it was very needed right now. Overall, it was a great day, in my opinion. I did enjoy all the matchups.
Thanks, Deanna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys did the best job, like always.
Yeah, we did extremely all right.
The best.
Okay, I mean, we try. We try. We'll try. If you missed today's action, we'll go ahead and get a quick recap of the results of the day so everyone can see it and have it on display. I've got standings in Discord as well so that we can run through those. paniQ, they started off 2-0. Hot fire against Vendetta. Xitium, they needed that series so damn bad again at AxiByte, and they take it 2-1. 2-1 for Nova. Our premier and highlight matchup of the entire season comes down to a control where Animus just could not handle the heat. 2-1 for Nova. Light couldn't find a bit of success in either the hardpoint or the search or destroy. And Prometheus, they may be down in the point rankings. They may not have a shot at the top 6 spot, but they brought their A game and they are setting themselves up for success in stage 4.
And that was a great. It was a great day. Can you go over the standings real quick?
That's a good question. Let me
It's in the chat.
It is in the chat. Look at.
Yes.
Bro.
We have a legend here.
I
very
literally
quick on
just said
time.
I dropped it in Discord, and my guy struggling to take cues, and I just handed it to you on a silver platter. Come on.
Listen,
Come on, bro.
Listen, I missed the search and destroy screenshot.
Listen, Linda, listen.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, you know what? It is difficult not having the KD on the final page of the search and destroy, but I found a way around it. You know, it takes me 2 devices, but you know what? That's fine. Looking at our standings at the end of the day today, Nova coming through in first place, 150 points on the board. Animus coming through with 125 for that number 2 spot. I think they're pretty much going to be guaranteed. Our number 1 and number 2 teams probably getting themselves a little bit of that there bye in the first round of the quarterfinals. You got AxiByte in third with 85, tied with Cold Esports, who picked up 20 points of the forfeit today. Xitium in 5th at 75. Light are also tied for 5th at 75. You've got paniQ right on their tails with 60 points. Prometheus, they at this point are out of the running. We've got 2 days left. They could pick up 40 points. That would only put them up to 70. So that's a little bit rough for them. You've got Apophis at -10, and somewhere in there, we don't have Vendetta in the system yet, but they are on 0, and Atlanta have dropped out. So that is your standings for today, and hopefully we'll have a exciting week to come for the EU action.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait for next week, obviously. And today was a pleasure, as always, to be your host, guys, and to be here with my favorite two casters. Like always, I'm gonna always say that because you guys are my favorite two casters, because you guys are the best. So obviously, don't forget to check the stream if you did not catch Nova versus Animus. You really need to watch. That was a very, very good matchup, and obviously the other matchups are too. You can watch them here if you have a sub on Verdict's channel, or if not, you can check Verdict's YouTube channel because he gonna upload the video later on. And that is all.
That is all. We're going to get geared up for a raid. We're going to send you fine, ladies and gentlemen, over somewhere. And as soon as we figure that out, we'll let you know. We'll catch you back live on Tuesday for more action. If you want to catch more Mobile Mayhem, follow Day as him and I will continue on our caster duo journey at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for your Mobile Mayhem North America region. And I think that's actually going to be the last day for Mobile Mayhem for a while. We're going to take a little intermission for Stage 4. And you don't want to miss that because, the season's coming to pretty much an end for now until next month. So we'll send you on over to the next streamer, whoever we catch live, and we'll catch you live back next week.
Welcome to New Vision City, a city built upon innovation. You and Atlas, building the promise of tomorrow.
ターゲットを捕捉。位置を確認して。行くわよ。